All right. How's it going, everyone? This is Brendan, and this is a pine cone. Very metaphorical, of course, for what we were talking about here. We were talking about expanding our pine cone in terms of community, in terms of consciousness. And right now, you are tuned in to the official recording for the first Paradigm Shift Central Livenet video broadcast hangout. And as it is right now, this is very experimental. There will be people who will be watching this recording afterwards, and the people who are tuned in live, thank you so much for tuning in live. But regardless of how many people we get tuned in, we're just going to be able to go through some of the basics of what LiveNet is about. And it's an interesting sort of toss up in a situation like this, because I kind of want to hold things off to give people a few moments to get situated, to be able to get seated, and I'll be able to just sort of check in with who's all here. And we do have a few people, literally just a few people, who are into the live chat within the main LiveNet website. And you'll have to excuse me because I am going to be multitasking throughout this broadcast and just sort of relaying things throughout various mediums, various nodes that we got. And one more thing that I'm going to send it out to is the broadcast promotion feature within our Blog Talk Radio audience. So I'm just going to copy paste one last thing, and then I'll be able to divert full focus onto what it is that we're doing here, which is telling you guys about what LiveNet is. And LiveNet is a new social media website that we've created for the Paradigm Shift community. So is happening. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just sending this out through here, and this will give a few more people the opportunity to tune into what it is that we're doing here within the liveness of it. But regardless, I want to be able to give you guys a bit of a basic introduction in terms of what it is that LiveNet is about. And some of you may have actually already heard the microcast, the Paradigm Shift Radio microcast that we put up the other day, and that in itself did include some introductions about what LiveNet is. And people say, like, well, what is LiveNet? And I'll basically sort of explain it as being, it's kind of like Facebook but for Paradigm Shift. And basically what I mean through that is that it is a social media network. It's a place for shifters to be able to connect with one another, and it's also a place for us to be able to create our own media content and to be able to create our own, what we're going to be talking about tonight, our own quest journals, our own conscious media, and being able to use the team forum. And there's a lot of things that I want to be able to get into tonight. And just in terms of for my own sake and letting people know, there's currently 2 viewers, technically, according to YouTube, who are tuned into this live. But regardless, like I said, like this is very sort of test. This is a test for me to just sort of be able to see how effective messages can sort of get relayed through the internet. Like through Paradigm Shift Radio broadcasts, oftentimes we'll have up to like 150 live listeners on a good day and everything. And with switching over to this, in terms of being able to accomplish what we can through this, which we can't always do through the radio broadcast, it's a little bit of a challenge. So we're just sort of adapting. And like I said, those of you who tune into the broadcast afterwards through the recording will still be able to get a lot out of this. So what I want to be able to do with you guys tonight, and there's 4 viewers now, so hello the 4 viewers, is I want to be able to give you guys a bit of a run through in terms of how the LiveNet website can be operated and how you guys can use it. And I'm just debating again whether or not I should be diverting like it. I want to have I want to be able to do like 3 things at once. And it looks like we got about 10 users on the website as it is right now. So again, I have multiple places to sort of get my data from, and that's why I don't trust the YouTube that says I only have 4 viewers. I think that means I only have 4 people like watching directly through YouTube. But in terms of like how many people are actually tuned in live compared to that, it's most likely more. So I think so I think I'm just gonna like ping things out through my Instagram audience one more time. But again, I want to be able to give you guys a bit of a run through in terms of what LiveNet is, because LiveNet is something that has been in production for quite a while, and this is still just like the genesis phase of it, and how it will be used, like why it was created, created and how it will be used to be able to help shift consciousness in some very real ways, and how you guys will be able to help be a part of that. And those of you who aren't familiar, you guys know that the Paradigm Shift community is about multiple things. It is about being able to produce, create our own, is being able to create and share our own conscious media, as well as being able to create physical paradigm shift communities. So part of what we're going to be doing here is explain to you how Livenet will be incorporated into the development of physical paradigm shift communities to be able to give you guys some resources. So hold on, I'm just going to type real quick into my Instagram. If you guys want, just turn on some music to listen to in the background. I would recommend going to di.fm and just sort of listen to like whatever. And I'm just going to post that into the live chat. And those of you who are on, if you're watching this through Livenet, which preferably, you know, I would recommend, that's kind of the idea of it, go to live.paradigmshiftcentral.com and just check out the little blinking green thing in the corner. That's a live chat icon. And even if you're on mobile, you'll still be able to access it, but mobile is going to be tricky because you won't be able to watch this and access a live chat at the same time, which is kind of like a toss-up. Hold on, guys. What's in the broadcast? Is live. Link in bio. Consciousness experience, social media platform. Okay, cool. So just putting up Livenet Broadcasts is live now. Link in bio. New consciousness social media platform. Cool. Okay, awesome. All right, so what I want to kind of do here is I just want to be able to walk you guys through a little bit of the features of what Livenet is, and lo and behold, I'll be having to explain this stuff again in the future, most likely, because I want to be able to create sort of like individual videos. And this video, again, it's intended to be pretty rough. It's a test video. It's a test video for myself. It's a test video for us. It's a test video to be able to sort of like gauge sort of the potential for Livenet. And again, okay, so the features of Livenet are relative to the intentions of Livenet, and the intentions of Livenet are to be able to help or to be able to help create to be able to help shift consciousness both within ourselves and within like the bigger picture, through creating media and through being able to share that media as spiritual medicine throughout the internets. So what I want you guys to be able to do, if you're watching this video at some point in the future, is that I want you guys to be able to create your own Livenet profile so that you can be engaging and get interactive with what this project is about. So we got about 6 viewers right now, which is cool. This, you know, like, again, I know the audience is always going to be sort of like a fraction in terms of broadcasts like this, but that's good because 6 people listening is still a decent amount. And again, if you're listening and you're on your computer, sign into the live chat. And if you haven't yet, create your sign up profile by going to the front page of Paradigm Shift Central through the Livenet, through the main Nexus, or up at the top right, you'll see the sign in option as well. So all right, okay, there we go. I presumed I was going to be able to jump right back into that. That was me accidentally hitting Command W instead of Command Tab. I don't know, my finger slipped, and apparently Command W is obviously it's the button that sort of like closes all your windows at once. So that was a good test to be able to prove that I can like shut down my entire window and still be able to talk to you guys and come back from that. So for those of you who have checked out Livenet, you're going to see a lot of features on it. Some of the main features that are featured throughout Livenet include the shifter index, the your story page, your shifter profile page, the individual community pages, which I'll get into more. The quest journals is a main feature of it, the interactive map, the team forums, and the reality encyclopedia. So what I'm actually going to do for you guys is I'm going to be able to do a screen share, which is why I kind of want to be able to show it to you through a Google Hangout opposed to just a radio broadcast. So if we check this out right now, you'll be able to see my screen share. So right now you'll be able to see that, oh, wow, I wish I had 2 monitors to be able to do this, but that's all right. So what you're going to be able to see right now is me on the front page. Does it really look like half the screen? That's unusual. Okay, now actually I'm just going to sort of double check. Okay, come on, computer, you can do this. I'm just kind of seeing how much of the screen you guys can sort of see properly, because I'm going to be able to. this is going to get a little meta. Okay, all articles. And again, I'll apologize for like the slight lack of like full organization for this, but it is what it is, and it's practice, which is exactly what we need in order to be able to get better. So let me just sort of look. Okay, cool. So you guys can see like a full screen of what it is that I'm looking at within this window frame. So that's not too shabby, and I'm going to sort of stretch things out a bit here. Okay, let me just take a breath real quick here. Again, we got 4 users in the who are watching this right now, theoretically. So what I want to be able to do for you guys tonight is I want to be able to share with you guys some of how Livenet is going to work. And if you listen to the micro broadcast on Paradigm Shift Radio the other day, which you can find through blogtalkradio/Paradigm Shift Radio or blogtalk.com/Paradigm Shift Radio, and also in the main page of livenet.paradigmshiftcentral.com, and in the left side right here, you'll see your radio broadcast. So you can sort of see me like going through things. So let me just sort of walk you through this. This is the front page of Paradigm Shift Central Livenet. And again, like part of the reason why we created this is to be able to give us a platform that will help you guys be able to share your content with a global audience. Because I find that, in terms of the social media today, Facebook is really just not the best. It's not something that is sort of serving what this community is created for. And this community was created to be able to help you guys get your voice out there to a global audience. So, I mean, a lot of you are familiar with how Facebook sort of mitigates the amount of posts, the amount of reach that posts get. And it was really unfair because I created the Facebook pages for Paradigm Shift Central, which I can just sort of like show it to you guys as well, for Paradigm Shift Central, to be able to give you guys access to share your stuff. And it's really frustrating when I create like these community pages and you guys share your videos. Right now, it's a lot of Livenet videos because Facebook's kind of ridiculous. But like, I want to be able to like give you guys a platform to share your videos. So, I mean, there's a video by Gianna, which is awesome. And there's a video by our friend Vinny. And there's some more videos, even just through here. That's a video that I reposted. And there's a video from Steph. Steph has a profile within Livenet. And part of how it's going to work is that you're going to be able to create content through Livenet that you'll be able to reshare through your Facebook profiles. So some of the features within Livenet just on the front page are your new community videos, which I will have to manually be keeping updated, but through there, each one of those videos sort of links you into right into the YouTube of whatever video you're looking at. And so this is a video that I definitely recommend you guys checking out. This is a video by our good friend Rainey, and it's all about his YouTube channel, Symbiotic Solutions, and it's encouraging people to like eat healthy and to just be more conscious about what it is that they're putting in themselves and the relationship between animals and fruit and food. And it's a really good channel that he's got going on. So that's like an example of just something that you can find on the front page. Other examples we got Ariana, who is also putting up new videos in the future, I'm sure, and also even videos by our good friend Jordan Levine. So, I mean, you can see there's like videos that are just kind of accessible through the main page. And that's just sort of like a bonus thing. And then you'll also find like new radio show episodes. Here you'll find all of the shifters, but of course there's more shifters through that. And we'll go through the shifter index in a little bit. There's a lot to this website. It's good for me to practice trying to go through and explain it to you all. And then also we have some things. I'm just going to brush over stuff real quick. We have the live user map. This is sort of like, it's not the most ideal map, but it does give me an idea. So right now, what I can actually do right now is that through the technology that we have sort of like integrated into this is that I can actually see, if there's like 3 people sort of watching right now, it doesn't always give me the most accurate data, but I can see that there's somebody tuned in from Seattle, somebody tuned in from Schaumburg, and somebody tuned in from London, which is me. But it doesn't always give like the most current data, but that's kind of an interesting feature that's sort of like added into the website that just kind of loosely enables people to sort of recognize where other people have been logging into, and the little blinking dots are people who are actually logged in live at that moment. But there's another aspect to the interactive live map, which I'm going to be getting into very soon. And then just again, continuing the introduction of the main page, you're going to have like sort of this main area here that is like the basic introduction. You got your main awakening within the Matrix in 5 minutes video. A lot of you guys are familiar with that one. And that's a video for people who haven't like even been to the main website. And of course, the main website is still up and active. Again, Livenet is not fully launched at this point. There's still a lot that I have to do just in terms of technical things. So this is the main website. A lot of you guys know this is the main website, and you'll see similar features. So I mean, you got like your video features here, and then this one, it's more sort of like an archive. So if people who are getting buttons and everything, they'll find out about the website, and through there they'll like see some of the more popular like videos related to shiftivism and also the Journey to Lucidity movies. And there's a lot on there that they can read. I mean, one of the things, if you haven't checked it out yet, you can even just go into it's kind of cool here, the story so far. So a lot of people ask, like, how did you get started on this? Check out the story so far, because that's kind of got like all your backstory and everything. So that's kind of what this website, the original website, is more of an archive, whereas Livenet is more something that's going to constantly be changing based on us creating it. So right now you can see there's a pin post, and this pin post, as meta as it is actually our broadcast right now. So I mean, if I'm like clicking on this, it's us like a second ago, which is kind of interesting. So I'm just going to pause that and save bandwidth. And then through here, you're going to find what is referred to as the central news feed. So the central news feed, and again, I'm still going to be organizing this and trying new features, but the central news feed is news that for now primarily I'll be posting related to community updates, related to Paradigm Shift radio broadcasts, related to shift missions that I'll be assigning to you guys, even if it's something as simple as creating a quest journal, and anything else. We're sort of figuring that out as we go along. So you can see like the Livenet broadcast is here, and it's kind of funky. So again, this is kind of like one of the quirks of the website, is that I want to have like a pin post. So this is always at the top, and this is like the post that is the second post in relative to the central news feed. So you actually get like a duplicate of the post. So I mean, you see it here, and you scroll down, you see it here too. I'm going to work on a way to fix that. There is a way, but it's just kind of finicky. And then underneath that, this is where, this is where you guys come in. So this is a quest journal. So here we have a quest journal by a good friend, Carol Torrance, and she's she's way over on the other side of the world, and I know she has to update. Well, this is actually her profile and everything right now, but just kind of jumping around real quick. I know she has to update this blog post, but it's going to include a video that she's doing, and Carol is amazing. So I mean, Carol is a shifter who has been documenting her and her family dancing for 365 days a year, and like they've literally been doing it. And they've literally been creating like these video logs, and it's all just about like them like sharing their journey and basically just encouraging and inspiring other people to do the same and to be healthy and to be conscious. And so I mean, they got this really awesome thing going on, and I want to be able to help share it with the world. So one of the things that they'll be doing is that they'll be contributing content to this, and then what will happen is that anybody who posts a quest journal, we're going to be getting into the habit with your guys' help and other admins, where when a post gets up through here, we would basically just be like copying it and then posting it like into the Paradigm Shift Central page. So like any post that kind of goes through Livenet, we're going to also post to the Facebook page. And then it gets into the idea that we're going to be like adding boosts to the Facebook page. So, I mean, this is going to come in without an image, which is something that we're going to be talking about in terms of like how to create images that show up through your Facebook feed, so that more people will be likely to click it and check it out, which is basically the idea that when you input a quest journal, you just want to be able to add an image as well. So there's other articles that we've got going on. And so again, within the right side, even just going back to the main nexus, as it's called, this is like the main page where you get all your updates. You have your Livenet activity feed. And this is sort of an internal activity feed similar to Facebook that is like happening. And it also has like the RSS, the feed through the Facebook page. So it's kind of like both at the same time, though we sort of, I do sort of want to tailor that. And just as an example, there's a tab here. And if you click that, it's the individual Facebook feeds for Paradigm Shift Central and Paradigm Shift Radio. And then of course, over here, you got the really cool hexagrid. The hexagrid you guys will recognize from the main website. It's just like a really cool code that's sort of like something I found in the depths of the internet that to me is very hyperdelic, and sort of like is just by looking at it sort of unlocks memories and sort of remembrance of like what this reality is, and it teaches us a bit about infinity. So it's just kind of cool to casually have there, but it won't work on mobile. And then also on the front page we have our moon status. So I think it's really cool to just sort of like casually have that there, and then we can sort of see what's going on. So right now I'm actually just going to check in because I know we actually have about there's 6 of us, or 5 of us, 6 of us rather, in the live chat as it is right now. So that's awesome to see, and shout out to our friends who are in there. So we have Steven who's in there, we have Shanna who's in there, Rachel, Kilo, and Jude, and myself. And you can sort of see that this is a really cool feature because I want to be able to like invite you guys to use this at any point during the day. So you can even see that while this broadcast is happening, that like Steven is just kind of like talking about some additional stuff, and he's like talking about like astral projection, or not astral projection, but remote viewing. So I mean, I think that's, you know, again, just another example of the topics that come up within paradigm shift discussions and so forth and so on. So when you're logging into this chat here, it's actually really easy, and I should just be able to log out. So I'm just going to log out of this chat to show you guys real quick how you can log in. So again, I know you guys can still see my screen. So this little doohickey right here, this little green thing at the bottom, this is something that you'll see even when you're on mobile, and when you're on mobile, you can log into it too. So that's always going to be your live chat. Like that's always going to be there. So, you know, like if I'm just like going to other parts of the website, such as the quest journals, which I'm going to show you guys in a second, just in more detail, you're always going to see like this little green doohickey thing here. So when you click that, it's going to show you other people, and it's gonna just say like, if you want to join, click here to join the conversation. So I don't think you guys can see, I guess you guys can't see my mouse, I know, but right here in the bottom right, it says like, click here to join conversation. So you're gonna click here to join conversation, and then you can log in using your Facebook. Is actually the easiest thing, unless you want to just create like a guest login, which is like a different name. But if you log in with your Facebook, it's really good because then we can actually track each other through Facebook as well. So I'm just going to log in with Facebook, log in as Facebook user, invite other friends, not the moment. So it's really easy. So even just there, I'm like already back in it, and even we got another friend who's already in here. So you can see like each one of us are shifters from like all across the world. And again, you know, like shifters, paradigm shifters, people who are interested in shifting consciousness. And so there's Rainy right now, and I'm actually just gonna send Rainy a quick invitation to join us in this broadcast as well, because again, he was the person whose video I just showed you guys a second ago, related to the fruit, related to the symbiotic solutions. And it'd be really cool just sort of like get him involved in this, because he's going to be one of our creators for the conscious articles in the near future, as well as you guys can be too. So you know, man, we are live. Feel free to tune in. Give your radio show. So again, we got about 6 viewers as it is right now, and we'll see what Rainy has to say. And I'm just gonna eat some porridge real quick. And yeah, like, you know, if you guys are in the live chat, just cool. So Rainey's going to join us in a bit. Just feel free to you know, shoot me a message. So we got Colin coming in from Indiana, and I just kind of want to like scroll back and see like what some of these messages are talking about. So eventually, what we're going to be doing, I mean, again, there's a lot to explain and stuff like that, but I kind of want to show you guys something. I don't know if I want to show it to you too yet, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, there's the Hangout spaces just over here. So you guys can see me like clicking on those. You should be able to see me clicking on those, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so you see it showing up like that. So the Hangout spaces is actually like a key part of the Paradigm Shift project. The Livenet project, and I want to be able to get that happening within this broadcast. I want to show you guys like why we have multiple Hangout rooms, what's going on in there, and how you guys will actually be able to communicate with each other beyond just these immediate live broadcasts. So with that said, I just want to walk you guys through again, like some of the basics, including again, the shifter index, the your profile setup, the individual community pages, the quest journals, the interactive map, the team forum, the conscious articles, the reality encyclopedia, the Hangout spaces, and the video game mindfulness. Before I do that, if I can just get some, let's get some 1111 from people in the live chat. Let me know that you guys are sort of tuned in and everything, and just sort of ping things back. So welcome Brutal Peril, who has just joined us as well. And again, so Colin, Jude, Kilo, Rachel, Shanna, and Steven, who are joining us, and all you guys in the future as well. As we just sort of get into this, and I do appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. And eventually I'm probably going to just be doing like another take of this video to sort of try and get things like super concise, you know, like, can I explain this website in 5 minutes? Whereas here, I'm just trying to be a little bit more casual about it, and just again running this as a test. So you can actually see one thing that's really cool is the total live visitors for the website, 962. So 96. That's a nice synchronicity there for me, for us. And that's actually kind of an interesting thing, because I honestly like have barely even been like promoting it too much. Like, I mean, it's kind of been local right now within the Paradigm Shift community, and that's my intention, but I haven't like fully like activated it in terms of trying to get it out there to the wider audience just yet, because I want to give people the opportunity to familiarize themselves with the website, and I want us to be able to practice it, and I want us to be able to build it before we really activate what Livenet is about. So the basic rundown of what Livenet can be in many things is an interactive digital hangout space, an interactive virtual hangout space, and it's a chance for us to be able to get to know each other, and it's a chance for us to be able to get to share our data, and for us to be able to help build community in ways that we haven't really fully optimized just yet. So you have your quest journals. And your quest journals can be a lot of things. Your quest journals can be basically, again, you know, like quest journals are a place where I want you guys to get into the habit of creating digital journals for yourself, but also for other people. So if you go and you create a new journal, so I mean, we're just going to click on the quest journals here, and you can see all the different sort of categories that I have created for them, and potentially we'll add more in the future. Some of the categories including journey logs, synchronicity reports, and each entry can have more than one of these attributed to them. So, you know, it could be a journey log with shiftivism activity, with synchronicity activity. It could be, you know, a community update, visions and intentions. If it includes a video, you put a video in it. If it's a quick post, you refer to it as micro post. And then like within here, you can sort of see, you know, it sort of categorizes it so that you can see which ones you want to look for. So if I'm just looking for journey logs down the road, once we start getting more, this will come in definite handy. And you can see so some examples of some of the quest logs so far that we got. You know, we got Carol's, as I mentioned. We have Carlos, who just posted this one yesterday. This one's bless me, this one's really intense. I believe this is all, you know, like Mayan excuse me. Actually no, I don't believe this is Mayan. This is something else. This is like a wizard calendar. which is really cool. And I got to go over and just sort of like study more about what Carlos is sharing there. Then we have a good friend, Michael Brazel, who's posted up some content as well. You guys know him. He's got his own radio show. And then there's one that I put up there with a video. And again, this is kind of experimental. This wasn't intended to be a vertical video. That's what happens when you hold your iPad the wrong way, apparently. And so, I mean, me posting that up through there's 80 views on that video. And also another thing that's sort of been included, well, I'll just get back to that. But here, Heather has been sharing her quest journals, which have been really cool. So, like she's like sharing about her synchronicity within her community adventures, and just like really cool to be able to see her getting in the habit of doing that. And also other ones in there so far are just a couple of ones that I added in. And also Jude added this one in, which is really cool and a good example that I want to refer to, because it's an example of the fact that I'm not, even though they're digital journals, I still want you guys to include organic material. So here we have Jude like writing in their journal, and just being able to like share that. And Jude shares some very like personal information and everything like that, which is a really cool thing, because part of the reason why we're sharing the stuff on the Quest Journal is to be able to encourage other people to share their stuff. Like we are the ones who are going to be like talking about all sorts of interesting and shifty topics sort of within our communities. And it's important for other people who sort of feel like they're similar to us to know that we're being like, we're going out there and we're living our lives, and we're being able to share our stories with like, a lot of just being honest and courageous and authentic and creative. And I think that's like a really cool thing to have that aspect within the community. So anytime that you have a blog post go up, a Quest journal that you go up, and again, so here's Rainey, he's got his Quest journal as well. You can share it, and also Jamie, she shared some poetry as well. So I mean, you can see there's already a decent amount of content that's already gone up without Livenet fully being activated just yet. This is still just very much temporary. And again, you can see, so already like there's been like 5 new people who have been to this website within like the last like few minutes. And presumably, they're actually like getting the opportunity to tune into this broadcast as well. So right now there's 8 viewers who are tuned into this according to YouTube. And again, that's a good thing, because if there's 8 people listening and 8 people are turning into people who are going to be submitting content through the Quest log, then that's great. So one of the things is that like when you post content through here, there are the like buttons through Facebook, and when you post on there, you can like type something in and it will reshare it onto your Facebook page. And also you can use like the tweet option, and which will like send it out through your tweets. So I mean, if this is your post, you do that, and then you can use that button, or there's alternatives. And again, we're still figuring this out, which ones are the best. There's these buttons up here at the top, and I know you can't see my mouse, but just underneath the unique visitor total, you have this option, and then through clicking the Facebook button there, it sort of takes you this alternative version of sharing that isn't just directly available through these buttons. And it's just like another cool way to be able to like share content as well. And again, it's part of it is because this is a way for us to like organize our content, organize our own Quest journals, and just to sort of give you guys again sort of the overview, because I'm really not doing the best job of explaining this, I'll be honest. And part of that is just because there's a lot of new content. I appreciate the support from you guys. And again, this is like the early stages of it. But the part of the design behind this website is to go from Quest journals. The goal of it is to get some amazing conscious articles written and out there into the internet. And hold on, Rainey's just I tuned in, but it didn't show up on that list. What? I tuned in, but it didn't show. What does he mean it didn't show up on that list? What list? I'm not sure what Lane's talking about there. Anyways, so what the goal is here is that I want to be able to help encourage you guys to join me in being able to help create awesome conscious articles. And the conscious articles are things that we're going to be sharing throughout the internet in terms of other websites that we have out there. So I mean, you look at other websites, just a real quick example, like the Mind Unleashed, and they have all these articles. So I mean, you see things like that. So confirmed by scientists, you can really change your DNA. And that's not even an article by Mind Unleashed, apparently. That's through Life Advancer. And there's a lot of these websites. So I mean, you can see like Mind Unleashed usually shares like other websites, so the antimedia.org, and then this one's wakingtimes.com. And then, of course, you got, like things like spirit science and metaphysics, and there's Mind Unleashed and stuff like that. And then you can see, like, through their websites, what they sort of got set up, where they basically got like these articles. And again, like the term clickbait is sort of going around, but this would be an example of a quick clickbait. So, how to stop bad vibe, 5 strategies to neutralize negativity. This is like something where the psychology of a person will see that and be like, ooh, but what 5 steps? I got to click to find out. And then it's a basic article. It's not like super duper advanced, but it's still giving people a lot to go with. But the thing that's going to be different about their websites compared to Paradigm Shift, let me just double check with Rainey. Looks like Rainey's logged in. So awesome. Rainey, if you're with us, please feel free to join us into the live chat as well. And looks like John Nye is joining us in the live chat as well. So, and also Andy's here. So hello to those of you who are tuned in. And what is going to be different with other websites compared to Livenet is you can sort of see within Mind Unleashed, just as an example, there's like sort of like advertisements that we got sort of just like popping up all over the place. Like, is this part of the article or what's going on here, right? Like free personality test. Like, I don't want to take a free personality test, but I do want free psychic readings and inspirational books. Those are all advertisements within the website. And you can sort of see here, like, these are other advertisements. Like, I don't even know if I want to click these, but it's kind of weird, it sort of like gives you this mixed vibe of like, what is this website like really trying to do? Like, is it trying to like really like educate people from like an honest perspective, or is part of its intention to educate people and balance it with like sort of the psychology behind getting them to the website so that they can earn ad revenue? And I think we sort of see that through a few websites, but regardless, what's going to be kind of neat about the Livenet is that you won't find any ads on Livenet. I mean, there may be the idea of getting sponsors down the road, but we haven't fully decided that. But Livenet is going to be functioning without any sort of Google ads kind of built into it, which is something I'm actually quite like, that's something that we're going to keep. That's something that's going to like be maintained. And a big part of that is through like community support and community donations. What's Andy saying? So I don't know if there's any way I can start writing the quest journals for Livenet, or I can start. So we're going to get into that, the quest journals, because I want to be able to give you guys again a bit of an overview as terms of like what is expected. But what I want you guys to be able to do is I want you guys to be able to use the quest journals to create your own entries and to experiment and to include incorporating various image posting as well as video input. Really encouraging guys to do video input. And let me just show you another thing real quick within the quest journals. Through the idea that you can sort of input different HTML into it, there's the opportunity where I sort of have this extra code at the bottom where it shows me how many people have viewed this article. So I mean, again, 31 people have viewed this article, 80 people have sort of viewed this video. It gets posted like through my YouTube as well. So I mean, the numbers are kind of like just like in multiple places at once. But again, I'm just kind of showing you like this little counter thing at the bottom, just as a reference to the idea that you can include unique HTML coding into each blog post. Each blog post is a chance for you to sort of create a mini like website. It's really giving you guys a chance to sort of like use this website how you want. If you want to input HTML, you can do that. If you want to create images, you do that, and that image will get shared through your preview, through your profile, when you're posting it to your page. So again, I'm just showing you real quick. Within this post, I put that image up at the top. I post that here into Facebook, and it's going to show up with that image. And then that's just going to be something that's going to help like attract people. And I want to be able to find a way for us to be able to log when we repost things from Livenet into our Facebook in like a consistent place where we can sort of keep like the journal entries logged in our Facebook. Because I mean, that's the thing with Facebook, like you post something and then it gets lost, like I want to see something from a week ago. It's like, I have to like scroll through like everything, right? And nobody else is actually going to scroll through somebody else's like page on a regular basis. So when things get posted, it's really easy for them to get lost. And then that's sort of how Facebook is designed. It doesn't really want you to look at the past. It just wants you to keep creating new content. So again, what I want to summarize, and I'm not doing a super awesome job of this just because I know what I could have said like 20 times over again already. But what I want you guys to do is this whole website is designed for practice. So I want you guys to be able to create quest journals And then I want you guys to practice incorporating, like getting to know each other through the team forums, and then eventually creating conscious articles. And the conscious articles are going to be things that are going to be a little bit more refined, a little bit more polished, because they're going to be intended to get shared through Facebook, and also using the promotion tool through Facebook. And the promotion tool is like something we'll explain more about later, but that's something that allows you to like send content through your pages to your specific audience, but it costs money, and that's kind of like part of what it is that we're working with here. But we're actually like it's something that we can totally use to our advantage as well, given the game that Facebook wants us to play. We're going to play Facebook's game, and we're going to play it kind of just like from our end of things, using some like very unique tactics and stuff as well. So the quest journals, the team forum, and the conscious articles are kind of like these like three main pillars within the community website and everything like that. And I'm just double checking what Andy's saying. So when is it? Sorry, nothing said or Livenet yet. So with the quest journals and stuff, I just want to make sure that you guys are just practicing posting with those. So after you're watching this video tonight, just go out there and practice putting things up, but also just like being kind of using common sense and everything like that. This is kind of like a place for you to practice using your free speech, but aim to make your posts kind of inspirational, something that you would want to share. As much as they are for yourself, create them with the intention to share, without it getting like too like crazy, so to speak. Like aim to keep it grounded, aim to keep it civil. Like it doesn't have to, try to avoid like anything that's just going to be like too ridiculous or whatever, and potentially have like the if someone were to see it, we want to make sure that it's sort of creating an inviting image for the paradigm shift community, because every time that you post through the quest journals, you're representing yourself, but you're also representing the community. And and the community has consistently held like this image for a while now, consistently, of just being like like honest and cool and chill and grounded. And grounded is kind of like a key word that I want us to be reminded of as well. So really focusing on just like making like good media content, and understanding that like the intention behind this is for you guys to be able to practice creating, because through the idea of practicing quest journals, it's actually going to like affect your reality. It's going to create that mirror opportunity for you guys to be able to like see more of who you are, so to speak. So I'm just going to switch back off of oh, hey, it's me again. video coming back here. So I mean, I'm just doing this just because I haven't switched back in a while now, and I just want to be able to say hello to you guys as we continue to move through the website. And it's 9:56 on the clock in terms of my time right now, and I do want to be able to show you guys some really cool things, and I actually want to be able to walk you guys through the so I mean, I've briefly gotten into, again, the quest journals, the team forum. We can get into a little bit more, and the conscious articles we'll have to get into more, because we haven't even made our first conscious article yet. That will be something that will be coming later. But to give you guys an example, there's going to be some articles that I'm going to be working on, and some potential topics for articles that I'll be working on will be things such as like 3 practical tips for remembering your dreams. So, I mean, those are the type of articles that I kind of want to make, like practical articles that are using the psychology of clickbait, but are actually like things that people are going to be able to benefit from, and also inviting them to get involved with the paradigm shift community and check out more of the content as well. So just in terms of the stuff that we have on the left side here, I'll just go through this real quick. So again, you have your different feeds here. So central news feed, you can check that out, and that's like your one stop for any of the main newsfeed articles. And again, these are going to be updates. So there's like a video that I posted the other day where it's just like kind of me skateboarding home and talking about this broadcast that we're actually doing right now. And how many views did that get? 71 views. So and then other ones is just like, yeah, like it's another video update, and that's kind of the intro, and that was like the first post. And through there, you can also check out through the main nexus your full activity feed. So these are kind of like your basics throughout the website. The full activity feed is kind of like your Facebook feed, and that's just going to show you like everything that's coming through. And again, I'm still going to sort of tailor it, because we don't always want to see like the paradigm shift central stuff. Some of it's actually like repeating some of the Livenet stuff, but it's going to give you an idea of like who's been posting what, who's been commenting on what. And if you click the more button down at the option, more option down there, then you'll be able to see like more content coming through. And also through here, you'll find the Paradigm Shift Radio, which again, a lot of this stuff I do just have to go back and polish a little bit. But through here, you'll find the majority of the Paradigm Shift Radio episodes up to 119, even though we've had up to episode 126. I just haven't gotten those uploaded on YouTube. They are on YouTube. I just haven't like fully finalized them with the graphics and the annotations and everything. It takes a little bit of time, and I've fallen behind on that. So I'll have to find like a day just to get caught up on that. But this is kind of a duplicate of the page that's on the main Paradigm Shift Central website, where you'll be able to see like all the Paradigm Shift Radio episodes that people can check out and tune into. And there's some of the old Hangouts that we've had from back in the day as well. So if you haven't checked out those yet, again, just go to Main Nexus, Paradigm Shift Radio, and you'll find those. But they're also through the main website, paradigmshiftcentral.com/PSR. So Andy is still messaging me on here. And he's still asking about the quest journals, and I'm aware of that, and we'll be getting to that in the near future, Andy. And also with the other things on here, you'll also find Skull Babylon videos. I'm going to make a new category specifically for Shiftivism videos. This is an example of the YouTube sort of layout that you see here, and it's kind of cool because if I like change the width of the page, it'll sort of like move left and right. And this will relatively work on mobile. If you're on mobile, you just want to like rotate your device so it's like landscape opposed to horizontal. If it's horizontal, it may not work properly. So that's just an example of some stuff that people can view there. And then of course you have the full length Shift movies. So again, kind of duplicating some of the stuff that's off the main website. But if people are landing on Livenet for the first time, this will give them a chance to check out some of the things that we got going on in the community. And then this will be another cool thing that eventually will evolve. So this is an example of a featured community YouTuber. So right now I have a link up for Brianna. So Brianna's got her own YouTube. And then if you go there, you'll be able to see her videos as well. So again, this is kind of why I want to create Livenet, so I can feature your guys' stuff. I want to be able to grant you guys access to a global audience. People get a button and they find out about Livenet. They're also going to be finding out about Brianna and all of her videos as an example. So eventually down the road, we're going to be adding more people to the community YouTubers, including Rainey, including Gianna, including anybody who wants to get involved with that. Just let me know and we'll sync you up with that. So again, you can see my videos will show up through there. So there's like the latest videos, Mad Max review. Just a heads up, I'm going to do another conscious movie review very soon on Ant-Man, which I went and saw today, which is really cool. And I'll tell you more about that later, but it was a very like quantum movie. So it was really cool actually. So the collective video archive is just kind of like where you'll find an example of all of the videos that have gone up for the most part. And again, so you can see like this is an awesome video. Is Love the Answer by Rainey. I posted that with an interview with Matthew Silver, and you can see other interviews going back to Conscious Hangouts, free hug videos. Again, a lot of stuff from a while back, and that's going to be updated as we continue to go, and it's more just there as an archive. This is kind of cool, the community wall. So if you guys are logged into Livenet right now, which again, so right now there's 9 people on the website. This is something I would invite you to do. Go to the main wall. So again, main Nexus community wall. Go right down to there. And then I'm just going to copy that link into the live chat. And I want you guys to post. I want you guys to just like practice posting on the community wall. And through the community wall, you'll be able to see that within here, you can post video and you can also post images, and you can also like create like mini, like whatever you want, and including GIFs. So animated GIFs are like something that you can put into there. Can I zoom? Yeah, it won't let me zoom in properly just for you guys to be able to see. Well, I could do that. Whoa. So as you like enter into the void, find some cool GIFs that you kind of want to share on the community wall, and you can do that. And again, I'm just kind of like we're using this community wall just as a generic community wall, but I need to make sure if this shows up through the community activity feed. I'm not entirely sure if it does, and that's part of the idea that the platform that this is built on, which is called ning.com. You'll see up in the top left, that's what this is called. And yeah, if you go to ning.com, you could build like a community site using like your own ideas and everything that you want. And I, totally encourage you to do that. And that's what this is built on. And through there, right now, if you're listening to this broadcast or you're listening in the future, that would be just a quick thing for you to do. Go to the community wall and practice like adding in some sort of post. Just be like, LOL, we are so live right now. And I could put, yeah, so I'll just post that real quick. So that's going to go up there. And again, like this is just kind of like an experimental place where we can like sort of share some ideas. But the team forum is a place that we'll definitely want to be using more often. And we haven't actually activated the team forum yet. But through the team forum, you'll be able to see the different categories: admin, discussion, paradigm shift, community, admins, community building tactics, shiftivism techniques, questions and answers, dream exploration, mindfulness, hyperdelic reality, which could be like sacred geometry, psychedelics, dream crazy type stuff, even though dream exploration's there as well, everything else, and the troll zone. So if there's like somehow trolls that make it up into our website, we'll just be like, hey man, like it's cool, but just take it to the troll zone. So we actually gave the trolls like their own area to sort of play around with as well. And the team forums, again, we will be activating those as people become more familiar with the website and as we get more people synced up. So just going back, other things on the website, we have the Hangout spaces, which I'm going to get into, the community nexus, which I'm going to get into, including the global interactive map, the reality encyclopedia, which is like another cool concept of it. And just checking back in with the live chat. How many people do we got going on right now? So glug glug. what is Rachel talking about here? So it's hard for me to sort of just like read everything at the same time, but it's cool though, like I'm glad to see that you guys are sort of just talking amongst yourself as you're watching this broadcast. And the cool thing is coming up very soon once I sort of show you guys the Hangout spaces so you can get a little bit more interactive. So here within the shifter index of the website, you'll be able to see, again, all the people who are active members on the page so far. And again, we've got about 50 people, 48, 47 members into the website. And, I invite you guys to be amongst those to help with the creation of what Livenet is going to look like within its genesis. And it's going to look like whatever we create it to look like. So, it's going to be a combination of our quest journals, and it's going to be a combination of like our conscious articles and what we're putting into the team forums and stuff. So I need you guys, I'm inviting you guys to sort of like help lead by example. And part of this is also going to be asking you guys to sort of change the habits. Whereas like normally, we'll just go and we'll just post something to Facebook, just like sort of instinctively, we just go to Facebook. It's just kind of the common thing. But what I want you guys to do is actually just sort of try getting to the habit of going to Livenet first. And, if you got something to share, you got something you want to practice writing about, create a quest journal, go to add new entry. And then you can like select the categories for it. And then you create your quest journal entry. Again, like through the quest journal, you see it's basic HTML setup. It also has HTML editor, which you can add in things. You can add in YouTube videos right through there. You can add in your images. It's pretty straightforward, and I want you guys to play around with that. If you add in an excerpt, I think it takes away the image preview. So keep the excerpt open if you just want to have an image preview, and then include an image as well. And play around with the title and try and keep it relatively relative. And you can select multiples of the title. So you can hold the shift button and select like what it's going to fit into as well. And if you're on, you can hold the command button if you're on a Mac to select the different categories, like one by one kind of thing. So going back to the shifter profile, kind of what I want to show you guys is that each of the people on here has their own profile and their own story, which is like really cool. And if I can just, as I'm going through this, guys, just checking in with you guys, because I love you guys and all like that. Let's just get an 1111 from somebody in the live chat, from whoever's in the live chat who's listening right now. Just give me an 1111, and we'll just sort of be able to see the ping on that. So there's a bit of a delay within like what you guys are hearing and what I'm watching right now. So the 1111s will be coming through any second now. And that's right, command or control on the PC. And so with profiles, like the part of every shifter has their own story. Like, who is a shifter? A shifter is a person who is actively engaging in helping shift the consciousness of the globe. A real and very big story that we're a part of right now. So here come the 1111s. There's the 1111 from Rachel. Thanks, Rachel. So within your shifter profile, what you're going to see, the different aspects to it. There's probably some more 1111s. Thanks, guys. And within what makes the shifter profile pretty cool. So this is my shifter profile, is basically the idea. Yeah, see, there's quite a, it's like at least like a 45-second delay between the Google broadcast and what you guys are seeing, but it's all good. So within the shifter profile, some of the things that you guys are going to see that make it stand out from other websites are the addition of what we refer to as shift stuff, like, like asking for shift missions completed. And I put in 1 through 7, which some of it's like a reference to like so old like elite speak, like hacker lingo and stuff like that. But also asking for your astrological signs. So I got Cancer put in, and also archetype patterns. So pick 7 based on current focus. So I mean, within that, like through there, it gives people an opportunity to sort of pick and let people know what they sort of lean towards, and also give people an interesting way of understanding who people are before they've fully met them. So as for mine, I chose Cosmic Healer, Heroic Leader, Neo-Gonzo Journalist, Techno Wizard, Psychedelic Ninja, Mindful Viking, and Starfighter Pilot. So I mean, that kind of together, those kind of like summarize to a degree who I am. And within your member settings, you can sort of like change. So I'll just sort of show you, if I go to like edit profile real quick, I can add in additional options. So like here's additional options for the archetypes. And again, the archetypes are sort of, they are what we are. They're the energy patterns that we consist of. And these are the archetypes that we're sort of playing with. So Elven Kin is one that I should have clicked off, but I'm going to have to like switch one out because I already got 7 selected. So other things that we got within the profile that are going to like help us find out a little bit more who we are. And within, when you're signed up for Livenet, you can add people, you can add friends. There will be an option if it's outside of your profile to add someone else. And then, additional aliases, if you want to go by your name, go by your name. If you want to go by your other name, go by your other name. And then things that we're passionate about, some of our gifts, things we'd like to learn more about, and then links directly to our YouTube channels. If people have YouTube channels, we'll be able to see them right away. Ideally, I would love to be able to like create the profile so that your YouTube channel is displayed on it right away. There's kind of a way around that, and part of it's through your home story wall. So your home story wall is like a place where you can post wherever you want on it. It's kind of like a community wall. So Rachel's saying, I don't know what those archetypes are. I just picked the ones that kind of resonate with me. Well, Rachel, they are whatever they mean to you. So, I mean, I would think that some of them will just sort of like explain themselves to you over time. So, I mean, if one doesn't make sense to you, then that's totally cool. Just pick the ones that sort of like makes sense to you. Something that's like traditional. There's something that, I've just sort of like pulled out of the ether as just like cool ways to be able to explain what it is that we are bringing into this reality. So, I mean, like, are you a heroic leader? If you are, you'll know. Are you a cosmic healer? If you're a cosmic healer, you'll know you're a cosmic healer. Like, and again, are you a Neo-Gonzo journalist? Just jumping ahead a bit, part of the big part of this website is encouraging the creation and facilitation for more Neo-Gonzo journalists. And again, Gonzo journalist just means including yourself into the story that you are creating. So that goes back to the idea of the quest journals and eventually like the conscious articles as well. So the other aspects of the profile, again, you got your things there, inspirational saying, and your home story wall is a place where you can post your videos and post other stuff sort of outside the quest journals. That's weird. How is it that video? I did not post that video there. That is so weird. I don't understand how that video got there. Unless it just like posted as, yeah, I think it just sort of posted as like whatever recent video, whatever my newest video was, just sort of like put in there, which is kind of what I wanted to do, because I wanted to be able to, ideally, if people go to your profile, I want to be able to see like your most recent video. But if you go to the quest journals, you'll be able to see the quest journals that people have got and, get an idea. So again, this is kind of what is absent from Facebook. People can go to your quest journals, you can go to your quest journals and kind of look back and see, like, where have I come? Where have I been? So right now I only got a few quest journals, but I'm going to be entering more and more of them as we sort of go. So other thing, newest activity, here's just like newest activity related to like things that I've specifically been doing on the website, people who I've become friends with. And that's kind of like a cool way for people to, again, sort of see your story. Associated shift communities. So this is something that we're going to be getting into, the Paradigm Shift London community. I'm going to show you guys in a bit. Forum activity, obviously we haven't activated that yet. Article contributions. For me, since I'm posting through Central Newsfeed, the article contributions that I'm posting up through Central Newsfeed will show up there. But eventually those will also include the conscious articles and the reality encyclopedia as well, which I'm going to get into more. And then friends, you can see it's got your friends there and stuff too. So it's all pretty cool. And that said, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the Associated Shift communities. And I just want to check back in and see how everybody is doing in here. So it looks like we got 9 people in here. That's pretty cool. Cool. Okay, so now Jiro knows what the Neo-Gonzo journalist is. So yeah, awesome. So one of the things that's really cool within this is that if you go to the community nexus, you're going to be able to see the Shift community index, and this is something that we're going to be building over time. So I mean, if you go back to the void, if you go to the main Paradigm Shift Central website, one of the things that you will see within there is the map of all the different Paradigm Shift communities underneath the global community list. And this is something, that is not fully up to date, and Livenet is going to be a chance for us to get a better idea of like what is up to date. And it looks like Google changed their embedding for, that's different. I obviously haven't been to this part of the website in a while. But anyways, within this part of the website, like these are all Paradigm Shift communities all across the globe, theoretically, but not all of these are fully active. For example, I'll check like Brandon, Florida. Does that website even exist? No, it doesn't. So I'm not exactly sure what happened to Brandon, Florida. Jupiter, Florida. Does this exist? Yes, it exists. And Deanna posted there on February 21st. But other than that, not fully active. But I know who the admin is on there, so I could always follow up with them. Colorado Springs, that page does not exist. So there's quite a few pages of Paradigm Shift communities that have sort of like existed and then disappeared. This one turned into a meditation group, and they still got people posting there, so that's pretty cool. And then you got like other ones, so like Toronto one you got there, Paradigm Shift London one, of course, which is the one that I'm associated with. And each of these Paradigm Shift communities are encouraging free, open-minded discussion and meditation circles on a regular basis. And through this website, it's just kind of like an old-fashioned way of being able to keep track of them. So again, like Portland doesn't exist anymore. Austin, Texas, posted July 14th, which was Bonnie, who's one of the admins for that. Northern California, Los Angeles, Ventura, Southern California, Las Vegas, Nevada. So there's a lot of Paradigm Shift communities that have just sort of like, unfortunately, not like been able to like continue going for one reason or another, and that's totally cool, because like, oh man, even the Face Shift page got taken down. I'm gonna have to talk to James about that, but that's totally fine. And Melbourne still exists, but most recent one posted July 24th, so Melbourne's still active, so I'm gonna have to like get in touch with them. Adelaide is, so again, like I want to be able to like see what everyone's doing on a regular basis. That's posted 1 hour ago. Oh, what? Hold on. Why did that post with that? Oh, okay. Apparently that's a glitch, but that was my fault. So Rachel is one of the admins for the South Australia page, and she's actually the same Rachel who is in the live chat with us. So that's really cool to be able to like know that we do have some of the admins who are here with us. So again, like this is sort of the old part of the website, and it's there, but it's not super perfect. Within Livenet, what I want to be able to practice doing is creating individual groups within this website. So if you go to Community Nexus and you go to the Shift Community Index, and then you go to Create Group, you can create a Paradigm Shift Community group if you are considering being an admin for Paradigm Shift Community. And again, I'll do a whole nother video about like what that entails. But again, it basically means being able to help organize open-minded discussion meditation circles and bringing people together on a regular basis. And one of the things that is really cool is that within each of the community pages, you're going to find that each of them has their own forum. So each community has their own forum. And what you would want to do if you're the community admin for this page, for example, so I'm the one for this, for London, is that eventually what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be inviting people to find out about our forum that we have going on here. So, I mean, this is just like a basic introduction message. Again, it's not refined. This is just sort of temporary, but I'm going to update it. But it has our basic information, so it tells people when our meeting is. But community news wise, like that's like something that I haven't updated yet, but I can add a blog post there if I want. And that would like let people in the community know, because if people are joined up to the community, they'll get messages directly. And the community wall, which is again sort of the small version of the community wall that we have through the whole community, but for the individual community groups, and also where you'll be able to see members and upload photos as well. But again, part of the main thing that's really cool about it is the community forum. So what you would want to do is that you want to be able to invite people to engage in conversation, and you're going to be the person who's going to help initiate that. You can't just like have it there and not use it and expect people to use it. You have to sort of use it. So what I would do is I would create a discussion, go to add discussion within the community forum. I would post something like really, just like asking people, like if it could be something related to a community event. It could just be like a general discussion that you want to have within your community. And then you have that post, and you would post it just in the same way you have a quest journal, and you would post that through your community page. So I would go to London, again, and I would copy this, and then I would post this page to my Facebook page, and then that's going to help relay in people into the website. So so Andy is just asking, what about a non-paradigm shift community? So in terms of that, like there's like a little bit of just like, like what is a paradigm shift community? Well, for now, we're going to keep Livenet specific to paradigm shift communities that are paradigm shift communities, even though within like the bigger picture, yes, like the idea is that you want to create a community that is about like shifting consciousness. And sometimes paradigm shift communities aren't always called paradigm shift communities. They could just be called like meditation Mondays or something like that. And that's totally cool. And that's kind of like what we see like within the website also in here, is that like some of these have like turned into other things, or they were just like called something else from the get-go, but they were still a part of the paradigm shift community and stuff. But for now, in terms of people creating groups, specifically, we are looking to create groups about paradigm shift communities. And again, so, if you want to find out more about what a paradigm shift community is, go back to the main website, paradigmshiftcentral.com. And up at the top on the left here, it's going to say starting a community. Click that, and that's got the old tutorial, because I'm going to have to make a new tutorial. So again, there's a lot of work that is still going to be involved with refining this, but you'll find like an old broadcast that we did, and an old paradigm shift radio that we did. Like this is literally like a broadcast, a video broadcast similar to what we're doing here, kind of through the website of what it was at the time, and just kind of like showing you guys. So I mean, yeah, so there's that way back in the day. And then this has got like sort of tutorial information about like how to organize the spaces and stuff like that. And there's examples of what's inside a paradigm shift community. So again, if you want to get the basis, go to the main website, paradigmshiftcentral.com/start-a-community. But then go to Livenet, and then go log in, sign up for Livenet, go to your community nexus, go to your shift community index, and then go to create a group. And then do that. But don't worry about that just yet. I'm more interested in seeing you guys create quest journals and so forth, and sort of get a better idea of what it is. I think I'll only post on quest journals, but definitely I can create a paradigm shift community. Well, we'll just take things one step at a time, Andy, and things we'll figure it out as we go. So with that said, the Hangout spaces is what I want to get to eventually, but I just want to explain to you guys again. So the conscious articles, if you have ideas for conscious articles could even be something like inspirational stories. If you're looking for a good idea of what conscious articles can be, elephantjournal.com, if that shows up. Check out Elephant Journal. Whoops. Check out Elephant Journal, and you'll see like the website there has like good examples of what you can sort of like think of for what could be a potential conscious article. So I just think Elephant Journal is kind of a good example of, they've got a lot of different stuff like focused towards like wellness, new age spirituality, like specifically, or non new age spirituality, enlightenment, and just like mindfulness. And a lot of it's like even like poetry and everything like that. So the thing with the Livenet website is that when you post things through Livenet, you're going to post your quest journals, and you're going to post in the team forums, and those things are going to go up automatically. They aren't going to have to be double checked by me. Those will go up based on your own discretion. But if you're posting a conscious article, so again, you just go conscious article, create new article. What you're going to do is that you're going to create that article, and then you're going to submit it, and then it's going to have to be like approved before getting posted. And once it gets posted, you will know, and then through there it'll be like shared further through the Facebook website, using the Facebook promotional funds as well, which will be part of the thing that will be generated through the community. So again, through the conscious article, you can think of literally just think of things like 3 reasons for ... and see what you can think of. It could be like 3 reasons to be out in nature more. Like write me an article about that. Write us an article about that. Make it practical. Make it useful. If it's someone who knows a lot about like permaculture, so I mean, I know like even just like Steven who's in here, like he's pretty familiar with permaculture, and he could write an article about that. And it could be like short and sweet, include some images in it, reference your images, and practice doing it, and we'll sort of see what we can do. And it can also include like old content. So part of what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to include some original videos from way back in the Paradigm Shift day, like a free hugs video, and then I'll put it out there, and I'll just be like, like this like free hugs video will blow your mind, click here to find out, stuff kind of like that, but like with like honest intent. And not all of it will be clickbait as well, but we'll give an example of like how those articles will be going out at a later date, because I'm going to have to spend some time. That'll be my assignment as well, to be able to help create examples of conscious articles. So just double checking what we got going on. During the filming, we were writing down our problems on a strip of paper and then throwing it into the fire. Very cool. So Rachel's just kind of talking about some cool stuff that she's got going on within within her Paradigm Shift Adelaide, Australia. So yeah, I'm just kind of double checking to make sure everyone's all good within the Hangout. And how many people do we have? We have about 8 viewers still tuned in live, which is pretty cool. And more it's just messages from Andy. Andy, I presume you know that I'm like reading your messages like on the air because you keep messaging me. I mean, this can't be in the video. People can try psychology today or science show. So again, so the conscious articles like are a huge thing, and I want you guys to practice doing that. And also the gonzo journalism aspect of it. So gonzo journalism aspect of it would be you going out, filming things with your video camera, creating a news story about it, like a little 5-minute inspirational news story. So it could be about like a festival that's happening in your town, like a conscious festival, or like a yoga in the park thing, and go there and interview people. It could be you interviewing people on the street. I want you guys to get creative with this and sort of reference some of the gonzo journalism videos that I've done back in the day, even about, like different rallies that went on and different Paradigm Shift events that were going on. So again, and within here, there's the aspects of the videos and also the featured creations. The featured creations is a really cool thing, because there's going to be people within the bigger conscious community who I know about who won't fully be as capable of engaging with Livenet within the present moment as ideally we would love to have everyone involved. So what we're going to be doing with the featured content, the featured creations, is actually featuring other people's content. So for example, I'm going to be able to like take like an article or a video by our good friend Preston, would just be an example. So like Preston Small, he's like a really cool guy. He's got some amazing videos, and his stuff's on YouTube. So what I would love to do, since I know he's a busy guy, I would love to like find one of his videos on YouTube and create an article about it, and to be able to help use that and send it out there into the bigger community, and for the purpose of people being inspired by it, which is a really cool thing as well. And also through doing that, it's going to be bringing people back to the Paradigm Shift Central Livenet website as well, where they'll be seeing your content. So you can really see how like everyone's going to be able to like reap the rewards of this website growing. You're going to be able to get exposure. You're going to be able to help build a relationship between what you are doing and an audience, both locally and globally within your community. And it's also just going to be able to help like give people the inspiration to be involved based on whatever examples that we are setting for them as well. So featured content, featured creations will be coming soon, and they can include your featured creations. So if you created like a really cool poem or a really cool story, submit that as a conscious article. But it may be something that may go up as a quest journal first, which is kind of the thing where it's just kind of like this is kind of new in a way. So if you're not sure about something being a conscious article, try writing it as a quest journal, then sort of like check with me and let me know if you want it to be a conscious article, and then we'll spend some time with it. And there's always going to be more conscious articles than there will be there's always going to be more quest journals, I apologize, than there are conscious articles. So what we're going to do, just moving through this, we'll bring in the interactivity of it very soon, is that I want to let you guys know that the reality encyclopedia is another thing that we're going to be getting to later on in the website. So again, it hasn't fully been activated, but the reality encyclopedia is a part of the website where we are going to be building it based on an original idea that exists within the origins of the first website, which is still part of the website. When people go to paradigmshiftcentral.com, eventually there's going to be a splash page where it says like, do you want to go to Livenet or do you want to go to this site? And it's going to be like kind of one or the other. And you can see like within the main Paradigm Shift Central website, 66,000 people have been to it to date. And, you know, and we got like all of the old episodes up there and stuff. So, you know, that's really awesome. And it's cool to have Livenet starting from scratch and just like creating a core foundation for the community. But you can literally see like all these red dots here in the bottom left, like these are, and I think this is pinging through the same information that we have on the other website in terms of like where people are tuning in from. So right now, again, you know, like I can see without actually being able to figure out who's like tuning in from where, even though this one, again, it's showing that I'm tuned in. I know that, but here it's showing there's like multiple pings on the map. You know, like one of them is in like UK, like one of them is like on the West Coast and everything like that. Actually, maybe it will tell me real quick right there. Yeah, no, it just shows me percentage. You can see like United States is the most, Canada is the most, UK is the third, Australia, Germany. But the project is reaching people, you know, even if it's 96 people in Estonia, like hell yeah, that's freaking awesome, you know, like, and I want to be able to like reach the people, you know, we're reaching like Peru and Hong Kong and Egypt and Morocco. Like this is, you know, this is really cool. Even what's like the one website, one person from Cuba. Yeah, so cool. So again, like what I want to show you within this website is the reality encyclopedia, which exists under other elements, and it's right here. So the reality encyclopedia is going to be something where we're going to be entering articles, much like the conscious articles, but they're going to be specific instead of just being like, you know, like top 3 reasons to do this. It's going to be an article that's actually practically going to be explaining a specific topic. So it could be something related to like the Fibonacci sequence, it could be something related to the third eye, it could be something related to cymatics, it could be something related to, I'll show you the examples. These are the examples within the original encyclopedia. Astral projection, auras, chakras, you know, like meditation, light matrix, reality grid. So you click on here within these and you'll see that they're very visually oriented. And this was something that I built like way back in the day. And it was never like fully implemented. So I mean, light matrix, reality grid, what does that even mean? Here I'm just like showing Alex Gray pictures without even saying anything, but people are still sort of getting the gist of it. Then there's like one here on the light body, and there's just like more images there. But again, what I want to be able to do is over time, I want people to be able to help create entries for the reality encyclopedia so that if somebody going to Livenet sees it, they'll be able to learn more about reality simply by kind of like choosing some of these. So, you know, they're just like, what are the astral planes? I'm going to like click there, and then I'm going to like see multiple entries like related to dimensions. So, I mean, you know, like what is that teaching us about the astral planes? Like to me, that's like definitely teaching us about the astral planes. You know, like we are like the blue people that we sort of like see within the Hindi god depictions of society and stuff. And there's like 22 images that I have sort of like rigged up in here. There's some wormhole portals. So some of this will be sort of like crossed over from this website to the other website. But again, we're not going to get too worried about the well, that's really cool, about the reality encyclopedia until later on in the road. I want you guys to be able to practice making quest journals and practice making posts in the team forum. And the team forum is really cool because we're going to be able to like organize some other things in there while also just being able to practice talking. Whereas the quest journals, you know, you're kind of talking to yourself. The team forum is where you'll be able to talk to each other. So I mean, you can see there's like videos incorporated here. There's even some iframes incorporated here. In terms of like what is related to this topic. So again, the quest journals, we'll get more into that later, but I just wanted to briefly show that to you guys. So one of the things that's really cool about the website that I'm about to show you guys, in addition to the Hangout spaces, because we're going to get to that, is the global interactive map. And this is something where I'm going to invite you guys to like add your information to it as we are watching this right now. And let me just see what else is Andy saying. I asked about being a member of the Livenet because when I click on the game article and I get you analyze. So Andy, yeah, you will be approved as a member for Livenet in the near future. As is right now, there's quite a few people who I haven't approved yet, and part of the reason for that is because I just want to be able to make sure that everybody is on the same page and everybody kind of understands what is going to be sort of like taking place within Livenet, and just like what format is expected and how I want you guys to be able to like just be mindful of this community space. Because, you know, like Livenet, it is a space that we want to be able to respect. It is like a virtual sacred space, and I want you guys to be able to think of it as a privilege opposed to a right. This is something that we're gonna have, you know, like this is something nice, so let's like use it nicely and everything like that. So looks like we got more people in the live. Oh, cool. We got Katarina in here as well. So hello, shout out to Kat as well. And shout out to everybody who's tuning into this from the future. And and it looks like Michael Pratt's probably going to be tuning in. And I believe, is Rainey still with us in the live chat? I think so. So one of the things, yeah, I believe so. So one of the things that's kind of cool is that you'll notice is that here within the main Paradigm Shift Central website, man, I love that GIF, is the idea that the live chat in the bottom right is actually the same live chat within Livenet as well. So that's kind of a cool feature that you'll find that sort of crosses over. So whether you're on this website or the other website, just feel free to make a habit of coming in here and using the live chat anytime. I really encourage us to do that. It is something that we are paying for on a monthly basis. It's part of the community funding. So let's make sure that we're using it. But again, it's going to go hand in hand with what is sort of evolving out of Livenet as well. So this is really cool. This is the next thing that I kind of want to show you, which is actually part of the beginning of the story that I should have I almost mentioned from the beginning. I just didn't somehow. A lot of you will remember way back in the day, we were talking about a Paradigm Shift mobile app. Part of the reason behind the Paradigm Shift mobile app is because I had this idea of making a map-based mobile app where people can log in their information, and then other people across like the planet would be able to like see where they are and be able to like interact and like get resources on like where other shifters are located across the world. So this is actually what we have here with this map on the website. I'm just hearing more pings coming in. Good night, Jero. Thanks for tuning in, man. We shall definitely see you in the future. Yeah, so we're almost at 1,000 unique visitors. Theoretically, we might. I guess we're going to cross 1,000. I don't understand where these new visitors are coming from. I presume like it's just like, I don't know. It's interesting because, you know, people come across the site, but they don't always like check it out. Sometimes people are just passing by. And that's kind of the thing, you know, like a lot of times, if you look at the algorithms on site, and I'll also mention this real quick, it's like 1% of the visitors are actively like content creators. Whereas with Paradigm Shift, like I'm more interested in turning us into content creators than just having like more visitors. Like this thing could go like, I could be sharing it super viral if I wanted to, but I'm trying to keep this kind of like just under the radar until we can sort of like get used to it so that we can get the flow with it going as well. So so we've still got 10 people in the live chat. So okay, so this map here, this is like, again, this is something that was originally part of the genesis of Livenet. I wanted to have this idea created, and then it evolved from there. So now this actually works on mobile. A majority of this whole website works on mobile, which is a really cool thing. So even if you're posting on Instagram and stuff like that, if you can get in the habit of posting on Livenet to begin with, and then like sort of like doubling posts onto other places, like that's a really cool feature. And one of the things that is better about Livenet than Instagram is that there's no like limitation on how much you can write. I always found that a problem when I was entering on Instagram. I would write something really cool and it would just be like, you're over the limit, and I would have to edit it, and I would have to like take out things I didn't really want to take out, and I would just be like, ah man, that's frustrating, and it would take up so much time. Here within Livenet, if you're doing like a quest journal, it can be like as long as you need to be. But regardless, what I want to mention in addition to this working on mobile is that this interactive map is something that you guys can add your information to. So if you're one of the people who are tuned into this broadcast right now, be it in the future or be it live, I want you guys to actually go to this part of the website. So again, join me in going to this part of the website. So up at the top, go to Community Nexus, and then go to Global Interactive Map. Click on global interactive map, and that's going to take you exactly to where you are here. And you can see I got some simple instructions here, and just want to be able to like run you guys through how to add your information to the map. And it's actually like really easy. So what you're going to be able to do is, it says right here, you know, like click the plus button to add your information. So if you scroll down, you kind of have to like put your mouse on the side to scroll down. If you're scrolling over top, it sort of zooms in and out. I may adjust that actually. There's a way I can change that. But there's a plus button on the right. So you're going to click that plus button. And again, I know you can't see my mouse, but I know you can see that plus button. And this is actually going to show you what is, you know, like what you're entering into your information, your data. So this is really cool. So your email address, that's required because it's just to be able to help avoid people like trolling or just like spamming and stuff like that. And it's also something where it has to get approved before it goes live. But I want you guys to just follow through with this. So again, like everybody who's in the live chat, you know, I'm just kind of like double checking and posting and presuming that you guys are listening. You'll be able to follow through with this as well. And we'll be able to get more people entering into the live chat. But I'll probably be putting up another individual post later on just about this, because this is like such a cool thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to enter in all the information here. So I'm just going to enter in a duplicate information, or just like a temporary one that I'm going to delete in a little bit anyways, in terms of like an entry point here. So this is adding in your location for where you are. Actually, if I just kind of go back, what I'll do, I'll show you. So within here, this is like my profile. So this is really cool. And you can see, so I've got on the top left, you got your shift communities and your individual shifters. So you can see there's like me there, Brendan, and Paradigm Shift London. If you click on these here, it'll like line you up with it. You know, so if I was like way on the other side of the map, like just like zoomed out over here, and I just go on the left, I can just like click here. Boom, it takes me to Paradigm Shift London. So imagine you're traveling the world and you have this on your computer, on your mobile device, and you're just like, hey, we're traveling to, you know, like anywhere, Indiana. I wonder how many shifters are in Indiana. Through the evolution of this project, what we're actually going to do is that, you know, like right now we have 47 members. What I want to be able to do is make sure that those 47 members are people who are actually like on the same page in terms of like what we're creating here through the website. And part of that is adding your information to this global interactive map. And you don't have to add in your exact address. You can add in just like your estimated area, but you'll see through here. So through my profile here, again, if I just kind of like zoom in, it's just kind of like based on my my area code. I haven't even fully updated it, but it's just like a quick description. I am because we are. Feel free to connect with me. It's got my email, and this is a really cool thing. It's got a connection to my Livenet profile. So if I click on that, then that actually takes you to my Livenet profile. So you'll be able to, like, if you're already in Livenet, you'll be able to like find me through there, which is a really cool thing. And also it's got my shift community group. So it's got my associated shift community group, which takes you to the London page, and also my YouTube channel again. So youtube.com/Skull Babylon, which is really cool. And that's like, again, just valuable information, and my Facebook page. So it's got quite a few ways to connect with me, and again, all through one map. So you can start to see like why this is like actually really cool. And then through the individual community page, you can see it's got like more of a description, the shift community group, and also the Facebook page for the London group. So you can really see like how, like, you know, we're traveling around and everything, and how this is actually going to be able to be a useful tool. So how did you get to the interactive maps that I wish can create that for my community in those two countries? I mean, for those of you who are interested, Andy's just kind of asking like where this interactive map came from. This interactive map is through a website called ZMaps, and you can find that through Built with ZMaps. Go to zmaps.com, and yeah, you know, if you guys want to create one similar for what you need, obviously you don't even necessarily need a website, but again, if you want to try creating one for whatever reason that you have for yourself, feel free to do that. And that's weird, it's picking up through, I don't know, it's showing me that it was like asking for my audio somehow. Not exactly sure how that did that, but anyways, so you can kind of see here is that, like, you know, again, this is where the map information is like really useful. So what I want you guys to do is that if you are signed up for Livenet, because it's sort of like the steps in this, even though you don't have to be signed up for Livenet to add your information, you should be signed up for Livenet, just so it's following the order. So again, if you haven't yet, up at the very top, you know, like sign into Livenet. How did I get signed out? That's weird. So sign into Livenet, and okay, great. Why can't I fully remember my password for Livenet? Is that my password? No, apparently it's not. Okay, I might have to just like reset my password real quick because I remember this happened before. It's just like you can sort of like ask for like a funky like password and stuff like that. So excuse me, for some reason I got logged out and I'm just gonna have to like reset my password apparently real quick. So let me just do that real quick and just like check in. Oh, good. Did Blog Talk respond, please? And was I doing fast screen on the page? Perfect. Awesome. Blog Talk responded to me. Okay. So I'm just going to be logging back in a minute, and then we're going to be showing you guys the Hangout spaces in the very near future. And it looks like it looks like a couple new people have signed up for Livenet in the recent moments since we started this broadcast. Tristan and Jerome also signed up, which is cool. So I'll be getting you guys synced up as well. And I'm just going to reauthorize my password so I can show you guys. Weird. I don't know how I like lost my password. Okay. Anyway, so I'm back into Livenet. So I'm just going to like switch the screen over like that. And oh my God, we're almost at we're almost at 1,000 visitors. Yay. That's so cool. So again, like what happens like out of those 998 visitors, X number of them have created like a quest journal and stuff like that. So again, it's always interesting to see the numbers in terms of like conscious community stuff and everything. So, oh, and then Kristen's here. Hello, Kristen. And let's go back to our map. So if you go here on the right side, so this map that you see on the front, this is not the same as the community interactive map. It's actually a separate map. It's just kind of like using a different plugin. But what you can do here on the front page is that if you click underneath it where it says go to the global interactive map, and that's good. So you can see there's some activity happening here. Rainy is friends with Jude now, and actually I also want to see, did anybody comment on the community wall yet? Did that happen? Yeah, it did. So Jude posted on the community wall. Woohoo! Random flower, awesome. So that's totally what this is about. So just what I was saying, if you're on the main Nexus, and again, if you just click on the logo, the big banner up at the top, that always takes you to the main page. So you don't have to click on like main Nexus every time. But if you click on Flow Global Interactive Map, that will take you to the interactive map. And you'll notice that there's tabs here. Don't pay too much attention to that. There's one for log GPS. That's a little bit more advanced, but it's a little bit kind of experimental. But that's actually going to be something we'll be actually be able to like log data. But it's kind of not ideal. But that's actually like information relative to like my my iPad device, which is like synced up to this map, but it's like a separate map. But I want to be able to like combine the two eventually, sort of thing. This is like another version of the live users map. So you can, oh, it looks like we got quite a few people showing up on the map right now. People from like, I think Mitchell, people from London, people from Austin, people from Seattle. So that's pretty cool. And again, like don't get freaked out by the fact that like I can see like who's logging in, because I mean it's kind of neat because if you cross-reference things, we can actually figure out like who's logged in. But in terms of like the paradigm shift stuff, I feel there's nothing that we really have to like worry about in terms of hiding. And whoa, that map is glitched out. Apparently we're living on the Death Star right now. Totally. The graphic map. So anyways, going back to the interactive map, again, I'm encouraging you guys to add your information to it because this is going to be something that will be a tool and a resource for us, and you'll still be able to maintain your anonymity as well. So what I want you to do if you're watching this right now is I want you to click on that plus sign in the right, and I want you to add in your information into this part of the website. Either enter it in now as you're watching this or enter it in a little bit later on. So let's see, arbitrary webs N6F 4R N5X3 W. I don't even know where. Will that actually, if I enter that, will that actually? I don't even think that's like a real area code. 90210. That's a real area code. So if I do that, United States state, do I even have to do that? California. I'm just kind of like experimenting here, or specify longitude, latitude. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to want to choose whether you're entering a shift community or you're entering a shifter. So if you're an admin of shift community, you're entering a shift community. If you're a shifter yourself, add in a shifter. And if you're specifically adding in points of interest, that's a little bit more advanced, but that would be something such as where you have your shift meetings, or a yoga studio that is really cool in your city, or a really cool bookstore, or a park where you have drum circles. Eventually, you guys are going to have the opportunity to add that into. So again, when people zoom in on your location, they'll be able to be like, oh, cool, like there's some awesome stuff let's check out. Let me just sort of see if I just so okay, so this might be a little bit glitchy because it's still showing up as like it's asking for Shift community information here, but that's really just your name. So you just like enter in your name there. So enter in your actual name and your description of who you are and who I am, and enter in your email address if you would like. If your phone number, again, you could enter in your phone number if you want. You don't have to. It's not expected. But there with your Livenet profile, you're going to want to enter in your profile definitely into that. And again, you get your profile by going to Shift or Index or your name at the top. Go Shift or Index and go to your story, and then you'll be able to find the link for there for your stuff. And then go back there, click that, put that in, Shift community again. So you're putting in all your YouTubes and your Facebook pages and everything. And then the cool thing is that you can also like put in an image. So you can upload your image there. And even audio. This is something that I haven't even fully experimented with, but you can also add in a YouTube video. So you could embed a YouTube video really quick into this, where it'd just be like, hi, my name is Brendan. Thanks for finding me. Feel free to add me. If you're ever in London, come hang out at our Paradigm Shift meetings. You know, I would love to meet you. So you can actually like add in a YouTube video into this. The help button, don't really need that. So I don't actually know if I submit that, is it actually gonna log in that information? It will log it in if you enter it in correctly. But again, like you don't necessarily need to enter in all of your specific address. You can enter in your postal code and it will still, okay, here we'll try. Alternatively, you can map, select a location. Click on the map to select a location. So even if I just want to like ballpark it, right now it's just asking me to select a location. So I'm gonna select location right there. So there, now it's like got that part of the map. So then I'm going to hit submit, and the entry you recorded will show up once it was approved by the admin. So that would be like where I would be accessing things from my end of things, and I log in and sign in to this part of the map. So I mean, there's a lot of back end that goes on with this website in terms of organizing and stuff like that, but it's pretty manageable, and it's going to be just something that I'll be able to like kind of do on my spare time and stuff. Why can't I remember my password for this one? I have a few passwords. No. Okay, so I'm going to figure out my password for that later, so I'm just like not like spending too much time on that. But eventually the basic idea is that I want you guys to enter in your information into this map. Take your time with it, and if you need to edit it later on, you can do that, and just like do that, and I'll get to checking them and improving them. And again, you know, eventually more people are going to be having their entries located and entered in manually over time. But the only way this is going to work is if we all do it manually. And again, it only takes like 5 minutes, but it's really cool. So I'm going to be posting up more about this later on to make sure that everybody is on board. And let's see what Michael is talking about. So Michael, yeah, I signed up. Also very interested in how many people signed in. I look over the part of Livenet where you record your videos through YouTube. I was wondering, how did you embed that on your website, since I totally want to do that. I'm sorry. So Andy was just asking about like how to get like YouTube videos in and stuff like that. If you're talking about like the community video archive, this is actually like sort of like it's this thing called YouTube channel embed, and it's actually part of like the features that we pay for through the website. So like there's quite a few costs through this website, various things that are kind of like implementing. Oh my god, we hit 1,000 unique visitors. Wee Congratulations everyone. Woohoo. Let's go zoom in. Let's go zoom in on the hexagrid real quick. This is what we do when we celebrate. So yeah, let's go zoom in on the hexagrid. Woo, woohoo! So do that. Can I zoom in on that? Anyways, so there's a hexagrid for you guys, and just kind of like spinning that around. But yeah, 1,000 visitors while doing the first broadcast. That's pretty cool. But eventually the future broadcasts will turn into like work periods for you guys, as well as we consecutively work on things at the same time. Okay. So with that said, we're going to kind of aim to wrap this up soon. It's almost 11 o'clock, and I want to be able to invite you guys to just sort of like hang out on here soon. And that will be like kind of a cool part about it. Well, so in addition, just kind of like giving you guys a recap, log in, create your profile. You like right on the front page, it will say like sign up or sign in, and you can do that, like log in or sign up. Sign up if you haven't yet. Create it with the intention of creating your quest journals. So if I remember my dream in the morning, I want to be able to like write down a dream. If you have an iPad, try filming one-shot takes off your iPad and uploading things. And when you embed things to your, it's like a basic YouTube thing that you can sort of do when you're creating a quest journal, is that you just you go to YouTube and you go to the share button and you click on embed, and this code here, this code here is what you will copy, and you will put that into your post if you're creating a new post. I'm just not actually creating a new post right now, but I'm just kind of like showing you guys real quick. If you're creating a quest journal, click on, there's a little video icon. I know you can't see my mouse, but where it says add, there's a link button, a picture icon, and a video icon. Click on the video icon and you post that into there, and then you click OK. And then if I were to just go to preview right now, you'll be able to see it. It'll show up and it will show me, I'll just put in test preview. It'll show me what it is that people will see, and in this case it is an embedded version of the video that doesn't actually show up in the preview for some reason. But it will be there if I were to publish this, but I'm not actually going to publish this, so I'm just going to close this and just sort of like cancel out of that. So Andy is still messaging me, and wait a minute, it's on the recording video. So I saw what you did there. Okay, so Andy's just sort of talking about, and this is something I didn't fully touch on, the record new video. So this is just sort of like a little thing that I added in just for fun. This is actually just like a link to YouTube. So if you want to record things like right off of your webcam in a more convenient way, this is just sort of setting it up as an experimental fashion. Instead of like going into YouTube, and if you go into YouTube and you click upload and then you click on webcam capture on the right and you click record, it's going to take you to this part where you can start recording. And I haven't even actually played around with this too much, but I'm not going to do it right this second because I don't want it to glitch out this. But if you click here on this part, it will take you to that exact same part. So it's just a quick shortcut, and just sort of create the habit. So, if you're creating a quest journal, if you're creating a video, I want you to do that. I want you to record new video just really effectively. So again, get in the habit of recording like a quick like video camera log one way or another, and getting those uploaded. And again, like do video for like a dream video log is always like a effective way to sort of record your dreams. Okay, guys. So with that said, other parts within this website that I want to get into are the Hangout space. So I'm going to click on the Hangout space, and I encourage you guys to click on the Hangout space with me. So if you're in this website right now, again, like quest journals we've talked about, I'm looking forward to being able to see some quest journals coming in from you guys throughout the week. And again, like it's really going to take some willpower in order for us to be able to create. It's something where we are going to be able to lead by example, and I want you guys to be able to create content through here in a way that is more fun than Facebook, because of the fact that we'll be able to create a post that has like built-in images, built-in YouTube channel. So it's going to be a combination of like videos, word, and images all in one thing with a link. And then when you create a post, and then you'll be able to share the link to people. So create quest journals and then share them onto your Facebook is the basic idea. So doing that in Team Forum, we'll get more into that again on a later date. And that's going to be becoming more active. And then the conscious articles, again, those are going to be like something coming up in the future as we create them. We're going to spend some work periods working on those in another Hangout in the future. And the community nexus, which has got your shift community index, which we didn't get into fully, but it's only got one right now. And the admin support files and the admin sign up guide and the community startup guide, those are all under construction. So I'm going to have to be updating those in the future. And then the reality encyclopedia, like I said, we're going to be updating that in the future, and everything else is all good. So the Hangout space, this is kind of like one of the key features of the website. That's really cool. So if I go to the Hangout space, what you'll actually see here is you actually see where we are right now within our live chat. So if you're in the Hangout space and you have your live chat here, you can't actually click on it in the bottom right corner pop-up, but you still be able to see it here. And this is kind of a cool thing. And then what you're actually going to see here are the Hangout rooms. So what I would actually invite you guys to do if you are watching this broadcast live is go to Hangout room number 1. So go to Hangout room number 1, you guys, right now. And then from there, you're actually going to see this built-in option to enter into a chat room. So basically, the Hangout spaces are digital like chill out Hangout spaces, like virtual Hangout spaces, where you guys will be able to have video chat with each other, and only the people inside the room will be able to hear what is going on. And so I'm going to presumably keep my internet in one piece, and I'm going to do this. And now you're going to see, like, so I'm in the room right now. So this is actually where it's going to get pretty interesting, because I want you guys to be able to join this. So for everyone who's watching this right now, literally just do that. Go to Hangout Room 1 and then click the join. And if you're on mobile, you're actually going to see here at the top where it says join from mobile, open up a new window, and right click on that. Or if you're on mobile, make sure you click that, because if you're on mobile and you're on this part of the page and you just click on enter a new room, it's a bit of a glitch. Again, it's part of this stuff is kind of like just like hacking and just like kind of combining multiple things. But if you're on your mobile and you clicked enter room, it's gonna glitch. It's not gonna send you to the room. It's actually gonna create a new room, and it's gonna be empty, and you won't be in the room that you want to be in. If you're on mobile, click up here. And you'll also need an app for that, and it will take you to the app once you click that. So you're gonna have to download an app for that. So if you click that, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of like wait here 1 second as I kind of like load up also what is the mobile aspect of this. So I'm going to show you guys like how you'll be able to. So look, someone's trying to join right now. So I'm actually going to show you guys. My face is all bright. So I'm going to show you guys again, like this is a really cool part of the website, because I want you guys to be able to like get a chance to like hang out with each other. So I'm going to show you guys actually the cool thing of how I'll be able to if Andy's asking if you're on a tablet. If you're on a tablet, I'm not exactly sure if it will work. Again, like that's kind of one of those things where we'll have to sort of see if like tablet just has like sort of like built-in Chrome browser or whatever is required, it may work, but I don't know. You'll have to try that and let me know if it works. So right now I'm accessing it off of my mobile device. This is just my iPad. And what you're going to see happen here, presuming this works okay, is there's actually going to be like another one of me that is going to like come into this Hangout from my iPad. Presuming that happens. Click. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. For some reason, it's not happening. I don't know if they actually sort of like changed some things or what. But okay, it may not be working from mobile at the moment. I will look into that to see if it works. But the other thing that's kind of cool is that if you scroll down within each Hangout room, what you're going to actually find is that each Hangout room actually has also a drawing board. So this is really cool. So again, I encourage you guys, for the however many people who are tuned into this right now, I encourage you guys to join me in Hangout room number 1. And then like through there, like you can actually like interact with this drawing board, which is really cool. So you can be like talking to people at the same time up here, and also be able to use the drawing board down here. And through there, you can actually like also just upload images, and you can upload images just like right off your computer. And so I'm just going to click on that one and upload that. And this is like kind of a cool place where we'll be able to actually do some brainstorming activity. And also within the Hangout, there also is a discussion wall, which is again where if you wanted to, if you're referencing things, you could definitely just like create posts like right within here. So I'm just like, hey guys, like check out this video, what do you think about this? Like maybe we could turn this into a conscious article or something like that. So just quickly posting things into here. And the discussion wall may get cleared every once in a while, but have it like relative to the conversation. So there's this will clear the page. It says wait. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. I just want to, can I drag, click? Okay, click. Okay, there. So now I can like draw on the paradigm shift logo. Whee! So again, like a lot of this is like kind of like experimental. I want to see like what happens when we sort of like start to like play within this space together in some really cool ways. So I mean, just kind of like mapping things out on the paradigm shift sigil here, just drawing some sacred geometry, no big deal. Just activating the portal. So I'm really excited to see like what we can do with this, and to encourage you guys to use it, even when we're not actually doing a broadcast. You know, and just to sort of like get in the habit of like having more people on the website on a regular basis, and just being able to access that Hangout room. So with that said, it's not able to connect me. I tried to join with audio only, but I don't have a webcam. You should be able to join with audio only. I believe Brutal is just talking about that. I wonder if you can use a webcam. You can just use my, yeah, you don't need a webcam. So Rachel, like definitely try joining. So you know, again, like if you guys don't have a webcam, that's totally cool. So right now, like nobody else has joined this yet, or you guys are trying to join, just try again. Let me know. Again, this is a chance for us to sort of practice, and we'll be able to see. And even if you're not in the if you're not able to get into the video part of the Hangout, just leave a comment below, practice leaving a comment below in the discussion wall, and you guys will be able to do that. So you can sort of see like this is equivalent of like how we kind of do things on like the Google Hangouts as well, but like this is something that will be like permanently open within the community, which is like a really cool thing. So with that said, you know, I've kind of covered like everything that this project is about in a variety of ways. So if someone's joining right now, and this may cause an echo for them if they're like playing, if they're listening to this on the other side of things. So, okay, cool. So one of you guys has joined this Hangout room, and it looks like my bandwidth is actually still surviving, which is good. So we've got about 6 users who are still watching this at this point. And again, you know, people will be watching this in the future, and I'll be having to like explain this all again at least like 20 times in the future to try and just get the message more concise and stuff like that. Because the Livenet is like it's intricate, it's dynamic, but it's also like something that will be really cool. And that's why I want to be able to make sure that everybody is kind of everybody who's on board with it. You know, I kind of want to make sure that you guys kind of understand like how it's going to work, and how you can be able to help create it. So in terms of other stuff that I want to be able to talk to you guys about, I'm just trying to see if this mobile is going to work. So that's unfortunate that the mobile device doesn't seem to be working for me at the moment. It was in the past. I think that was something that they've probably updated on their end. So I'm definitely going to have to look into that, because part of the idea is that I want to be able to like make this Hangout room work on mobile devices, you know, so I could just like, so we could be like waiting on, so part of how this would work is that opposed to just going right into the Hangout, what you could actually do, I'm just going to mute my audio on this so it's not confusing for the people who are in this Hangout, because again, you can do that, you know, you can disable camera, unmute, mute microphone. It's kind of like really straightforward. Now I think I can hear so now I can hear other people in the Hangout, and they got like their speakers on or something, so I'm hearing the delay of myself coming through their audio, I believe. So if you guys, whoever's in the Hangout, just say hello, because I'll be able to hear you guys, but they won't be able to hear you over Google Broadcast or whatever. So I can definitely hear people. Who's tuned in right now, because obviously it just says audio only. And I guess they won't be able to hear me ask that for like a minute. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me? This should be coming through more live. Check. It's kind of interesting how this all works. Okay, apparently I clicked the button that like took me out of that, but I'm gonna rejoin that real quick. So again, you know, like I want you guys to practice hanging out in there on your own time, and part of the way this will work is that you look within the Hangout spaces. We also have the Hangout bulletin board. So the Hangout bulletin board on the top right over here is a place where you will be able to go and you'll be able to post and say like, hey, you know, like I'm creating a discussion to say I'm going to be online and I'm looking to talk to people about this topic on this date at this time. Feel free to join me. And then, you know, we'll try and relay that message into the bigger community, and even just posting it in the discussion group, you know, like within the Facebook page, there is like the paradigm shift discussion group, which you can also join and also relay posts there. So I mean, I know on Facebook there's like, there's multiple things, which again, like Livenet's just trying to bring it back into one central place. But you would go to Livenet and you would post on there to say like, like, hey, like this is what I'm looking to organize for a hangout. Come find me in hangout room number 3 at this specific time. Or even it'll be like and that like hangout space will actually, that hangout bulletin board will actually show up within the team forums as well. It'll kind of be in 2 places at once. And the other thing that, oh man, so I want to see you guys doodle on this. Come on, let's doodle on the paradigm shift sigil. And another thing that I haven't even shown you guys in here within the hangout spaces is a video game mindfulness place. So this is like a bunch of like flash games. This is sort of a duplicate of what's on like the main website, and we got some Geometry Wars there. And hold on, my headphones fell out. I'll play some Geometry Wars real quick. All right, I know how to play Geometry Wars. I'm going to turn off my sounds. There we go. Okay, cool. So if you guys are watching this right now, you're seeing me play Geometry Wars, which is like a cool flash game, which is sort of designed to evoke like mindfulness in terms of just like neural programming, neural training, being able to help like develop cognitive reflexes. And there's quite a few video games within this part of the website where you guys could be having the Hangout open in another tab. So I mean, that's what I can do. I can like have Hangout 1 open in another tab, log into that, and then I can just like access this room, and maybe I'll just put it on like audio only or whatever. So we'll see. Yeah, there are more people in this room. So there's like 4 people in this room apparently, which is cool. Cool. So I can hear Rachel talking here. Can you guys talking through this and the broadcast at the same time? I heard. Oh, there's Andy. Hi, Andy. Okay, so this is working. Nice. Okay, so you guys are in there, and then if I have my other tab open at the same time, again, what I can be doing, part of the way how this website is designed is that I want to be able to actually turn this website into like a digital workspace. So I can be like in the video game mindfulness right now while talking to, in this case, Rachel and Andy at the same time. And there's other, I'll just show you real quick. There's other games here. This game is like super legit, and I'll just kind of like show it to you real quick. There's a 3D missile game. This is actually a really cool part of the website. Okay, that's selective. This is like a really good part of the video within this website that you should watch. There's chess here, Bubble Bobble, typing challenge, Space Invaders. There's a few things on here, and we'll be activating more of them in the future. Floorb is a really cool game. Basically, you're just like pressing 1, 2, 3, 4 on here to coordinate with the colors that are coming down. And I'm actually happy that like this is still kind of playing decently well, even though I'm broadcasting live right now. It's a little bit laggy, but it's not too bad. So if you like have the same color, you can collect them, and believe me, this gets like freaking intense. So this is something that you can just sort of do on your own, and it will just like be like kind of a cool thing to sort of like have going on in the background if you guys want to hang out on the website. Because I really do want you to think of the website as like a virtual hanging space. It's really what it's designed for. I'm gonna move you Hangouts where we'll organize them. With like encyclopedia. We will be things out into the internet through the laser of Livenet. So that's good that this Hangout is working. I'm just going to kind of show you guys the fact that the other rooms are a little bit different just in terms of the look. So if you like go into the other room, you'll see like the background is a little bit different. Got some like cool Alex Gray there. And if we want to add more rooms, we can. And each one's got like its own drawing board. And we can always upgrade those in the future with like a little bit more like community resources. And again, you got the Hangout room there. And Andy is messaging me through Facebook. For real, the Paradigm Shift website loads very slow and it's sometimes frustrating. If you guys are having like load time issues, just let me know. I mean, this has been sort of like something that we're always kind of dealing with, is that people have different internet connections and load times are always going to be sort of varying. But you know, it's kind of like it's a lot less of a heavy load than the main website. And if it is like slowing up, then you know, like sometimes it's just the internet on your end, and can't always control that. So it's 11:11 right now on the clock. The moon is at 78%. The hexagrid is still flowing, and you know, thank you so much everybody who's been a part of this. Here's the other Hangout room. I'll just show you guys real quick. It's got like its own graphics, more Alex Gray there in the background. Yeah, with that said, I'm probably gonna be wrapping this up soon because I just need to like get to sleep soon, but I want to be able to like invite you guys to still maintain like activity on the website, practice your quest journals. So Rachel's saying, yeah, bad echo, I can imagine. Practice your quest journals, and also just being able to like interact with each other through the Hangout spaces and using the team forums. And we'll just take our time with this. There's a lot to this, I understand. I'll be making more videos as we go along. This one's obviously like 2 hours long, and you know, it's just kind of explaining everything. So eventually we'll just like have like quick videos that kind of go over things again, and I'll have to do that in the future. Now, yeah, kind of cloud. I'm not sure what Cloudflare is, but I'll check into that. Thanks, Andy. So if you haven't checked out the Microcast 3, feel free to go back and do that. You know, share this video with your friends. Let them know Livenet's live. If you have your profile signed up, then create your content and share your content through the website. Lead by example. I'll be doing that. I'll be posting things up in the near future. If you guys have any questions, just before we leave, if anybody in the live chat has any questions, just let me know now before we sort of wrap up the live broadcast of this. Won't let me connect, but when I try, the audio from the Livenet broadcast gets much quieter. So yeah, so I mean, there's going to be a few glitches here and there. This website's like a combination of a lot of things. So just as we get moving towards wrapping things up here, I'll just remind you guys that like one of the main features of this website is being able to create a platform that will be able to fire content into the internet like a laser, deploying conscious articles that will be able to like heal people and connect people with this community. And again, like really encouraging them to understand like what the Paradigm Shift project is about, and encouraging them to create Paradigm Shift communities where they are, and encouraging them to be inspired to step into their empowered self. And part of the way how we're doing that is, you know, we create like a really cool article, and we're going to post that through Facebook, and then we're going to use Facebook promotions on it as well. Sorry, Andy's just asking, do we have a Hangout after party later on? Andy, the Hangout rooms will be the Hangout after party, just because I'm going to be closing this down, but you guys will still be able to continue without me, which is all the point of why we've been creating this. So we'll be having more specific after party, not even just after party, but like Google Hangouts in the future, because obviously they're a little bit different from the Hangout spaces. The fact that they can be recorded and the fact that they can be broadcasted, we'll arrange for that in the future, as well as more Paradigm Shift Radio episodes. But in the meantime, you know, like I encourage you guys to use the Hangout spaces. Even if you're like on the discussion group, just go to the discussion group and like just like post the link, you know, like say I'm in Hangout room number 3. And if I just like copy the link there, go to the Paradigm Shift Central discussion group again, like run a search on Paradigm Shift Central discussion group if you're not in it yet, and I post a link there, and I'll just be able to say like, hey everyone, come join me. And dog barking outside. So and then, you know, you can just like post there and get people to join you through that way as well. But going back to what I was saying, the community funds is a really big part of this website. And if you are signed up as a member, I want to be able to invite you to be able to sign up as a monthly contributor as well. And that will be able to help support the resources. There's quite a bit of financial support that is required just for maintaining the website, and also for the main website, and also for the blog talk. Between everything that we got, it's over $100 a month just in terms of the basis. So what we're looking for is that we're looking for community members to be able to contribute micro contributions. Again, you can just see that on the left side here where it says community fundraising, and through there, you know, it's the idea that like everybody just submits a little bit, but if there's like 50 people submitting $5, then not only does that cover a website cost, but it also gives us funds for being able to support the promotion feature for conscious articles that we'll be sending out into the internet. So the more funding that we have through the community, the stronger the laser will become that will be firing out into the internet. So that's like a really cool part of this website. It's very practical. It's sort of like the tactics behind it. And, I'm really looking forward to getting some exciting stuff out there into the internets. So if you want to donate and sign up as soon as possible, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to hope that everybody would want to be able to contribute to this website if they're involved with this project and they've been watching it for this long. And, if you can, then that is how you can do it. So just through there, and you can click the button and it'll drop down. And I know you can't see me on my screen. I click and it says like, like $2, $3, up to $25 a month at your leisure, whatever works for you. And just being able to do that, again, it's also going to be able to help support the shift buttons that we'll be giving away. And there's going to be more. There's going to be also like giveaways through the website, which we'll be evolving into later. Some of the other features in the website, which won't be activated until later on, will also be like a merchant aspect. So, encouraging people to sort of like share their items, share their, like, that will be something under the team forum or possibly a separate place in the whole website altogether. But it would be like a merchant vendor area where people who are making items, making art, making clothing, making like anything really can share them with other shifters, and you'll be able to create a post entry and you'll be able to share it through your Facebook, and people will be able to order it and purchase it off from you through there. So that'll be really cool. What is it? The video call Hangout can hold 20 people in one space since it's like, yeah. So the video Hangouts can only hold 8 people at a time. That's just like the limits that we got, and the Google Hangouts can only hold so many as well. So if I go back into Hangout room number 1, let's see who's in Hangout room number 1. Whether there's people in there, and I'm just gonna it looks like nobody else is in here right now, which is totally cool. I know you guys are keeping busy and you guys are paying attention. So do we have any questions going on here? Since we're freezing up my browser, keeps cutting out, and I'm gonna go. I got the idea. Thanks, Brendan. So thanks, Brutal Peril, for tuning in. Steven, we can get some ARV on pick 3. I'm not exactly sure what Steven's referring to there, but yes, we can definitely get some ARV on pick 3. I'm looking forward to seeing what Steven's going to be able to create through conscious articles and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you guys definitely have a lot of ideas that you'll be able to keep working with. So we got some more people who are signing up as we speak, and I'm going to be able to check that out. So again, one of the main things that I want to invite you guys to do as we wrap this up is to sign up for the website. Wow, 1,000, there's been like 30 people who have discovered this website since we've been doing this. And again, even if they're just seeing like this one video on the front, the Awakening Within the Matrix in 5 minutes, because this is like sort of the introduction video, and it also sort of tells them about the microcosm, macrocosm of things. And having that on the front page is like kind of like a really useful thing for just being able to help inspire people. And that video has, how many views does it have? 22,000, 23,000. So people are still like finding that video, and only 7 dislikes, 499 ups. That's really awesome. So yeah, that's like, and again, like that would be an example. Eventually we're going to send that video into a conscious article, and we're going to blast that out into the internet. So, I mean, those of you who are listening to the live, the broadcast of the microcast that I did a couple days ago, you heard me explain that, Livenet is almost like it's basically like we're creating like a Death Star of love. And what I mean by that is we're like creating like this giant mechanism where we're firing a laser out into the space, out into the internet. And the ammunition for it is our conscious articles, is our love, is what we are creating for it. And it is medicine. So it's really cool stuff. So 3 7 days in a row for okay. Much for you to be able to be a part of what you're creating, Skull. It's going to be huge. Just wait and see. So thank you, Colin, for being a part of this. And again, this is like a class. I know this is really like class, and being able to bring you guys up to speed, and those of you who watch it, I encourage you to really do more than just watch it. Create. Again, I'm less than concerned about this project going super viral right now. I'm more interested in the small number of us who know about it to be able to use it and use it well. Like, what's the point of having a website with like 20,000 people on it and only, like 1% are actually using it? What I want to be able to do is I want to be able to help us be encouraged to use this on a regular basis, and even just for yourself. So, like if you wake up in the morning, I encourage you to go create a quest journal. Take 10 minutes and just see what you can write, make it like a stream of consciousness, and just enter it, add in a picture, copy it over onto Facebook and just show people that you're creating this, and they'll just be like, "Ooh, a question! Oh, like what's this?" And they'll look into it, and that's kind of like part of how this. Jude's laughing, Death Star of Love. So that's kind of like how this project can work and stuff. So I think you guys got the gist of it. Again, I'll just put it out. If there are any other questions, let me know in the live chat right now. And I'm just gonna prepare to wrap this up, and I kind of want to show you guys like a secret to the other website. So intention wall within the Hangout spaces, the intention wall is like another community wall, but this wall is specifically meant to be used for intention. So this is kind of like a manifestation wall, which is very specific. So I wrote, I intend for this wall to be utilized for productive manifestation potential that will help align us with some amazing realities. So if you have like a specific intention that you want to help manifest, share it on the intention wall. And again, that's in Hangout spaces, intention wall. So if you're listening to this broadcast, let me know what you think. And also you can comment directly through the actual article. So this article is going to stay pinned up at the top for a little bit, and I'm going to be able to like edit it afterwards. But go to this pinned central news, go to Livenet introduction broadcast, and leave your comments below. If you're on Livenet, please do that. Please leave your comments. Like that is a huge part about what's going to make this project successful, is going to be your interaction with it. So 101 people have seen, 111 people have seen this article page posting in some way or another, and that's a really good thing. So I wanted you guys to be able to respond to me, to be able to respond and communicate back to me through leaving comments. So again, if you attended this broadcast, if you listen to the broadcast in the future, scroll down here, and if you're signed into Livenet, leave a comment. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys would like to do. Let me know what will be happening in the future, and we can totally make it happen. So, and also on the right side, you'll notice this is kind of like a status update thing. I may actually remove this, but if you have like a quick status update that you want to just be able to share with people, you can share it on the right under Livenet activity where it says leave message. But that doesn't really go anywhere other than that feed, so just avoid spamming it. But feel free to use that as well. So apparently I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But again, I just want to double check. Are there any other questions? If you guys are happy with what you've learned today, and if you guys are excited about using Livenet, then please type 1111 into the live chat, and we will wrap this broadcast up. And I encourage you guys, if you still want to hang out in the Hangout spaces, and stay tuned in the future for more broadcasts. What's Andy saying? Comment on Livenet until we approve profile. So Andy, you will get approved very soon in the near future. And yeah, let me just switch this back over. So this is definitely been so I'm like working up a sweat here, just like so much talking and stuff. So got the shift going on. And again, the shirts, you'll see the shirts more in the future. We'll have those kind of like listed through the website, just on the side of the website. And those are a way how we're raising funds. The funds that we raise through the website are raising funds that are supporting the project through the resources required for the website, and also for the being able to to fuel the laser, the Death Star laser. So definitely I'm going to have to just be like following up on the resources that we're gaining through the crowdfunding, through the community funding, because that will definitely be helping determine the future of this. And it's also keeping Livenet ad free. Again, so other websites, they sort of like create these conscious articles so that they can get ad revenue, where we're kind of doing it the other way around. We're funding it ourselves through the community, and we're keeping Livenet like free of advertising. And it's kind of showing that like this is more about really just like getting the content out there, giving you guys a global audience, encouraging and inspiring you guys to share your voice, share your stories, create your own quest journals, create your own conscious articles, and be inspired and share that inspiration, because you guys are going to be able to help make the difference in other people's lives. So okay, so we got quite a few 1111s in the live chat. Apparently my yawns are contagious, as Kristen was yawning over the internet. Yeah, okay, guys. So with that said, we're gonna wrap this up. There's a couple other Easter eggs hidden on the main website. If you go back to paradigmshiftcentral.com, I'm just gonna kind of like hint at them in case you guys like have not found those yet. But there's a lot on the main website that you guys are going to want to just even just like, again, going back and reading the story so far. But yeah, if you're like scrolling through the website and you see, I don't even know if I want to spoil it. Okay. Okay, just look deep into the website, and you know, like sometimes something small is actually something big, and I'll just say that, and it's like sort of like a hidden part of the website, and you'll find it eventually. So yeah, got to keep it hidden. I want you guys to earn it, but it's pretty awesome, and some of you guys already know about it. So um so with that said, cool. So Steven's still posting about remote viewing. That's awesome. And just finishing up what Andy said, 1111. Awesome. Okay, guys. So with that said, thank you so much for watching this. This was like a 2.5 hour broadcast of just walking you guys through the website, and I'm grateful for you guys to be able to join me. And again, please leave your feedback, even if it's on Facebook or if it's a Instagram message, some way or another. Let me know that you guys watch this. That is a hugely important thing. The communication, the conversation going back and forth between us is definitely like what helps like fuel this even further. So please let me know that you watch this. And of course, feel free to add me through YouTube, youtube.com/Skull Babylon. Subscribe there, watch more videos, stay tuned. And again, if you're on Livenet and you're signed in, you can like subscribe to individual feeds. There's a little like follow button at the bottom, and you'll be able to click that, and you'll be able to get emails about individual people posting, or central news feed posts, or blog posts, or quest journal posts, or quest conscious article posts. So keep an eye open for that if you're doing that. And of course, facebook.com/Skull Babylon and instagram.com/Paradigm Shift Radio. And yeah, with that said, I'll just thank you guys so much. There's more stuff that I won't be able to talk to you guys about, but we'll save it for another broadcast. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. I got quite a few videos that I'm going to be posting for you guys in the near future, and it'll be stuff that we'll be sending out into the internet together. So stay tuned. The next broadcast theoretically may be on next Sunday if we do this as a regular thing, and we'll sort of do something different. It won't just be an overview, but again, I'll need to make sure that everybody who's coming into this is like being brought up to speed. Like my job within this is to like be like the person who's at like the front gate, like welcoming people and like explaining to them, and like being able to like show them, be like, oh yes, like welcome to our virtual hangout, let me show you around. So I'm gonna have to like make a bunch of like individual videos to sort of like walk people through this as they're coming in for the first time, so that they know what's going on. But part of what's going to help them understand what's going on is going to be through the examples that we are leaving there for them to see. So again, if you're one of the people who signed up, create your quest journals. I'm excited to start seeing them. Just focus on the quest journals, and then the conscious articles and stuff that will come later on. So thank you so much for the great video, Brendan. Very informative. I am happy to say that I know how to use the website a lot better now. So thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much to everybody who's been tuned in. For those of you still left in the live chat, Stephen, Rachel, Kristen, Jude, and Colin, and everybody else who's watching this in the future. And we shall wrap this up. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can create. And again, just go sign up. Sign up as a monthly micro contributor. That's an important thing too. And be inspired, get creative, and yeah, together we are going to change the world, because we already have. So with that said, I shall end the broadcast by showing you where it all began. The pine cone. The pine cone. So symbolic. So it's a big honking pine cone, isn't it? Cool, guys. All right. So, you know, if you need to go back, watch this video again. If you have any questions, ask me, explore the website, have fun messing around with it. It'll become more active as we continue to move through it. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the future. Woo! All right. One love, guys. Peace.